shall dragonkind bring fire to mortal war. Your wrath is not of this world. Your strength belongs to sky, wind, story, and silence.
On a ridge overlooking a road, a long, winding road, we have our 4 heroes. Heroes, would you say? Would you use the word hero, do you think?
Well, I would, of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well...
Please.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think heroes is a bit strong, really, mate, if I'm honest. Just doing the right thing.
Yes, but that's what makes someone heroic. The everyday person can be hero if they do the right thing, and that's what we are doing. So, yes, definitely we are heroes.
Is it technically heroes if you're trying to make up for being not heroic?
Yes, because there's nothing more heroic than realizing you've done something wrong and trying to make amends. Because people who are not heroes, they never change their ways.
I could agree with that.
I was going to say no, but...
No, please.
No, I think you're right, Ol. That's the better answer.
And anyway, I think it is important that being a hero is something that everyone can aspire to. If we make being a hero something that no one can do, then no one tries, you know? You don't have to be like... have 5 dragons, you know, or you can just be a regular person with only 1 dragon, or even 0 dragons. But it is about every day choosing to do something to make the world a better place.
And choosing to change when you make a mistake.
Yes.
Or try.
And to, you know, also accept when you've done something well, like you make the best cake with all of the leaves and twigs in it, and it is the best cake. And that is also something, and you make it for your friends, and that is also something that makes you a hero.
Well, what if I don't choose to do it every day? What if it's like a part-time thing?
Then you
Well,
are a
like
part-time
cake
hero.
making?
Ooh.
No, being a hero.
Oh, no one has energy to be a hero every day. Sometimes you have to sleep.
What about like when
Like
I'm
self-care
awake if
also
I'm
heroic.
choosing not to do it, though?
I don't think this negates your heroism, because being a hero is tiring, you know? It is tiring to be a hero, either emotionally or physically or intellectually or all the ways. So you cannot do it all the time, but the point is to do it when you can.
And Cal's just gonna do a big shrug.
I think that settles it then. Our 4 heroes are on a ridge.
You laying down, being a bit incognito.
Yes, hiding. Absolutely. And it has been several weeks since we last left off.
And several hours on this ridge waiting. I will tell you this. That's all right. I don't mind.
What are you waiting for?
Garrick.
The right moment.
The carriage.
I'm 4. The right moment, courage, Jarek. The right moment's the one I was going to say. So that one, the right moment, exactly. Yes.
Speaking of right moments, we're going to flash back in time. Which one wants to go first? We have 2 groups.
Well,
We can roll for it. Ooh, okay. No, I saw a hand. I saw Zell throw up a hand. All right, so we'll flash back to that one. Now, I do want to
can
remind.
I give us the throwback?
Yes, absolutely. But
Okay,
before you do that, I do want to remind you guys that you have hero points specifically to use during this heist. Okay, and they can be used in this flashback. All right.
And let me do the first throwback. I have it.
Yes. Okay.
As we're on the ridge, yes?
Yes, of course.
And I will say, I know that how this goes. It's very dangerous, and I know that it seems like some of us might be worried, but there is no need to worry, especially after what Zell made for us. This will help.
Perfect. Okay, so we are going to flash back a couple weeks. So would you say maybe 3 or 4 days max after we last left y'all? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going back and we're going to be joining Cal and Zell. Now, where are you 2 right now?
I think we are.
Let me move you to the appropriate page here. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just see the blacksmith. Am I meant to see that?
You are meant to see the page that we're
Tunnels.
on now. Yeah, we're in some tunnels.
Nope. I don't see that.
Ooh, can you? I think it's because I gave you GM abilities, so you might just need to click on the tab and then you'll go to the right spot.
Yeah.
Extracted the amazing macros that you're seeing on the screen here to make everything look very pretty and do all the math for us.
There we go. Yep. I see it.
Alchemist through and through. Okay, so now you see. Okay, and I'll put it up on the screen for the audience as well.
We are in the, I believe, tunnels leading towards the prison with no name.
Yes, that's right. Now, you're not technically, in range, like you're not in what people would consider as the prison with no name, but there are a bunch of tunnels that were basically left abandoned and no longer used once this unnamed prison really established itself. So these are old neighboring cities or villages, kind of had sewer systems, and you're using those to try to get close enough to release these bugs that you have and hope that they will, make their way into the tunnels that connect directly to the prison. Or maybe you guys have a specific plan on how you're going to corral them to do just that. We're about to find out.
These bed bugs are so strong. They're so annoying. They move so fast, and they're kind of large. They're not like little teeny. They're like a little bit. It's very unfortunate.
Ew.
I'm trusting you on this one, and I think Zelamon is like almost hunched over. He's a bit too large for these tunnels we're currently in. Though
Okay, yeah.
Cal is able to move through it fairly easily. But I think it's Zell following Cal behind. And I'm not really the sneaking type, so I'm trusting you on this one.
I feel like I'm sneaky enough for the both of us, so just step where I step and think quiet thoughts.
Quiet thoughts, quiet. And I think I immediately step into like a pothole full of water and just hear a loud splash. I didn't see
Zal.
that there.
Zal,
Yes.
I just need you to know, very proud of you and all of the wonderful things you do and all of the beautiful skills you have and everything you bring to this team. Please look where you're going.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, buddy.
And Cal's gonna do like a light little tap on the back. Like it would be a full clap if it weren't for the fact that we're being as quiet as possible. And I would like to take the lead on where we are
Yes. Okay.
headed. And because
I'm a little charlatan thief.
I have silent steps,
Oh, heck yes.
so I can move across any terrain without making noise unless I am running or engaging in combat.
Okay. That is good to know. I'd like you to make a roll, though, for your scouting. So we'll do kind of like an initial inspection of the area where you are now. Do you know how to get where you're going? Do you guys have blueprints, you think, of these sewers? Or was it a situation of, I know there are some old sewers somewhere around here that probably connect, and you're just hoping when you get there that you'll find it?
I think that Cal would have utilized their admittedly very limited network. Cal really does work alone, but Cal does have contacts who buy and like trade stuff that they steal.
Oh, yes.
And so I think that Cal would have bartered a little bit to get blueprints here.
I
or-
love that, actually. And that gives me another idea, because I know that we have dragons that use echo, they use sound. So what if Cal got the blueprints, but they're outdated, and then we use dragon to echolocate and find the location that you guys are supposed to be going to? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys
Yeah.
have a general idea of where you need to be going down here. All right, perfect. Let's do a roll just to scout for traps or danger.
Okay. I have Scavenger's Instinct.
Yes.
So when making mind checks to locate loot traps or hidden stashes, I will get an extra D6.
Nice. Perfect.
And this is why I'm following Cal's lead.
Yep.
Okay. So what am I
So you'd be doing
rolling?
mind and I think world.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And what is the difficulty?
Fingers crossed. We're going to say 3, actually,
Okay.
for reasons. Oh my gosh, critical success. Okay. Wow. Why do you think that you succeed so well at this? I mean, we know you're good, but is there something extra? Like you memorized the blueprints or something?
I definitely think that Cal ran drills.
Nice.
Not
okay.
obviously not at this location, but mapping out the amount of distance in like going out of the town out into like the fields and practicing the number of steps that it takes and the turns that it takes, and then doing it completely blindfolded and running it
Wow, okay.
as a drill.
So then you know exactly what you're doing and where you're going and where you need to go to kind of get as close to, maybe there's like, I'm imagining this, closed off iron, gate through this tunnel before it leads into the tunnel that then leads to the prison. Because obviously this would be incredibly guarded. Probably it's actually guarded by magic once you get that far. But have you done something with the bed bugs so that they can get past the security, do we think? This would be Zell, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The collecting of the bed bugs was interesting, but I made the vessel itself. There's not much I can do to the bed bugs themselves, but I can at least alter the vessel we contain them in until we get past the barrier.
Okay.
So I essentially gave them the kind of jar. I think currently I have, that Zell currently has right now, a sort of non-detection, probably is the best way to describe it, magic, to make it, if it is recognized as anything by the barrier, it's like rubble rather than anything living or a danger to the prison itself.
Okay. So then we know that the tunnels are probably, honestly, it's probably just a magical detection or alarm of some sort, because we've said it before. Once you're in, you're not leaving. So if you want to be crazy enough to walk on in to the belly of the beast, then by all means go for it. They probably don't have crazy protection on the sewers, the old sewer system. So we'll say that your enchanting of the jar will allow you to get... Yes, Cal?
I don't want to interrupt, but I'm pinning it for once you're done.
Okay. So we'll say that you... I love that I knew that that's what that meant for you. You're like, oh! So we'll say that the plan so far is to get down to that very edge, and then I guess Cal will either toss, or the idea is to get them once on the other side, and they won't trip the alarm. Okay. What was your thought? Yeah.
When Zell was prepping, you said it's kind of like a jar, right?
Yeah, I probably fairly, considering how large the bed bugs seem to be, I think they're probably like nearly like half Zell's torso. That kind of size.
When you were prepping that, and like you had the jar out and you were getting ready to start putting that kind of protection around it, but before the bed bugs were put in it, Cal slipped a little cushion into it, and you would have heard, but Cal still, he said it quietly,
"A bed for the bed bugs."
And the hope, aside from the fact that Cal wants them to be comfortable, the hope is that fabric is something that allows them to lay eggs in and like encourages them to infest stuff. And so hopefully that means that there's more of them and they're going to be at different stages of the life cycle. That way there's a better chance that this plan stretches out.
Okay.
Yeah. I think as I kind of carry this, I look down and mutter to myself, this is definitely heavier than it was before. As I keep following you, Cal.
And Cal doesn't say anything, but a little dust off the shoulder. Did I locate any traps, by the way, as we were...
There's nothing here that you can see. It's all old, rusted. If there were traps, it's probably for small creatures like rats, and they're long, useless. Old and rusted. Nobody's been down here for a very, very long time, although you do hear with that critical success. Don't forget, you get a hero point for that as well. With that critical success, you definitely hear life down here. You hear running water, you hear kind of the dripping of water through these sewer pipes, and there's maybe scratching, things like that down in the distance of the pipe. So there are things down here, but nothing that you see in your immediate vicinity, and no traps. At least none that you can't get out of the way of. Let's say maybe there were some that are still set, but again, they're old and rusted, and you go, oh, look out for that, and oh, look out for that, and you're able to just navigate everything beautifully.
Cal is going to kind of keep looking over their shoulder to check in with Zell. And I think, Drak, correct me if I'm wrong, but if Zell were to try to communicate during this, Cal would immediately finger over the mouth, like, not even gonna say shush, not even gonna remind that we're not supposed to be talking, like, absolutely trying to make it so you could hear a pin drop silent.
I think with how many times Zell attempts to speak to you out loud, you can very quickly tell that in the past when he's done this kind of job, he was never on the reconnaissance part of the mission. If anything, with the way how often he's talking, it's probably like usually the face if that's required, or purely the magic items or tech part of the mission. But every single time they seem surprised at the fact that they shouldn't be talking, but don't say a word when they see you raise a finger to your lips. Let's go.
As
Just
they're
raise
making their way, Cal is going to occasionally, like, put a hand out and step around, like, not just checking for traps, but checking for things that might trip Zell up. So little things like potholes or like rocks where if you stepped on them, you might lose your balance, and is going to do the dance of like hand up to stop, feel around for the safe spot to step, put a hand on Zell and like guide, literally like guide through that space to hopefully assist in the stealthiness of Zell.
I think half the time you have to tell Zell to not say anything is when he's about to say thank you for helping walk around the thing. And he's like,
yeah.
I don't have to roll for stuff, do I? That'd be.
I mean, I'm going to say not with that critical success. Normally,
Okay, thank
maybe,
goodness.
but I think we've got Cal helping and pointing where to step, and, you know, and Cal ran drills and the critical success supported that, so I'm not going to make you roll for that. But what do you two do in these tunnels?
I think that there's a lot of, in the silent communication and in the guidance that Cal is providing to Zell, I think that despite the fact that Zell was Cal's into this group and the one that Cal has known the longest, this is a noticeable shift in the energy between them and the tone of their relationship. And I think that they would both feel a kind of trust developing that hasn't been there before. The like literal, I am walking you through a dangerous situation that you might not be equipped to succeed in otherwise. And I'm doing it with thoughtfulness and care and a slow pace and a gentle hand. I think that they're feeling a warmth in that trust developing in real time.
Yeah. I think I think maybe when you're not looking, there's kind of just kind of looking at Cal ahead of them, leading the way with incredible expertise. And it's almost like a feeling of, not pride, because I think Zella's always been very aware of Cal's abilities. But I think there's something about seeing it in not just practice, but in seeing it in such a vital situation. Because I've seen you do it. I've seen you escape guards when you're doing like petty theft and crimes. That's impressive, but fine. But seeing it be one part of such a bigger thing, and see part of such a dangerous thing, and seeing you take it on with just as much ease as those petty thefts and guards, there's that level of like almost, I think the word is awe-inspiring. I was going to say
honestly, awe or admiration, you know?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. Pride does sometimes imply some sort of ownership or involvement.
Yeah.
Whereas, you can look at a friend doing, something and you're like, wow, they are just really, really good. And you feel the something akin to pride, like, wow, I'm just really glad to know them. But I think it is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think at one moment you might look back and just see Zealous smiling to themselves as they're following you
Nice.
close behind, stepping over a pothole just in time.
Now, I will say, because of that critical, Cal, you are moving, and you're probably in here for about 30, 40 minutes as you're navigating these tunnels. You successfully manage to pass most of the traps, but there does come a moment where you're pretty sure you're supposed to be going, straight down this tunnel. There doesn't appear to be another way, but you do hear very loud scratching and perhaps deep, gruff breathing. There's something in here with you.
Cal immediately shoots a little hand up and points. And then does the 2 fingers at my eyes, 2 fingers at your eyes, back and forth thing. And Cal is going to scout ahead.
Silently. And hopefully stealthily.
And try and see what the source of that is.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do a stealth roll then. So this one is going to be shadow and mind.
Okay. I know I have something for it.
Yeah, I think you do.
So, let me know if this is relevant, but I do have danger sense, which grants bless when avoiding ambushes.
Yes, this counts.
Okay, cool.
You may use this, which means that by blessing the dice, 4s will count as a success for those listening.
And I do also get a bonus for my armor to get an extra die on stealth checks in natural or urban terrain.
Yes, okay, perfect. And I don't want you to spoil it if it's not time yet, but I'm just remembering that Zell did give everyone special things. Does your special thing help you with this at all?
My special thing allows me to climb at my normal movement speed, like unimpeded.
Yes, okay, that will be amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So if that's a thing where I'm sensing the noises are, for instance, like coming from below in some way, that is definitely what Cal would do, would be like climb up to stay out of range,
Yeah, absolutely. For now, I don't think you need to worry about that. For now, we'll just use the bless and do the mind and shadow. Difficulty 3.
Okay.
That is a success. Exact success.
Barely.
So I like to think of this world as, obviously it's fantasy and there are variations of creatures. So let's think, because there's nothing quite like this in the book yet. But let's think about what a very, very large crocodile might be like in this world. Have you encountered one before, Cal? How do you recognize the sound of this creature?
Cal has definitely encountered one before and lost loot previously from having to basically being weighed down by it and not being able to outrun it without dropping the stash that they had just stolen. So
Okay.
Cal not only is familiar with it, but like has beef with these things because that was one of the biggest steals like that they ever made.
Perfect. that is what waits around this corner for you. It is unfortunately the way you need to go. You can try to sneak, or you can take a different approach. It's up to you.
Is there anything that I can see that looks like there is some kind of nest or space that it posts up at? Like, does it look like we're passing through its home, or is it just also kind of wandering the tunnels?
So let's say that you crawl your way up kind of the tunnel to look. You leave Zell behind you. You are sneaking slowly closer. You're hearing the breathing get a little bit louder, but it's slow, rhythmic, steady. Might be sleeping. And as you peek your head around the corner, you see this extremely large, like 6 times your size, maybe 3 times Zell's size, very large crocodile creature laying, splayed out on a nest of bones. Small animals, other things in here.
And it seems like she's snoozing.
Yeah, it seems like she's snoozing.
Okay.
She's very, very, very big, though. So you could probably do this. You could probably sneak by her. Zell's going to have a harder time, though. You guys are going to have to get creative.
And how close are we to our end goal? How close are we to the end of the tunnels?
Let's say it's like 10 minutes on the other side. Really close.
Okay. Cal is going to very, very, very quietly make their way back to Zell. And make eye contact with Zell. And listeners, we will describe this for you. Bear with me. Cal is going to do a little
and Cal is taking both hands and straightening his arms or their arms and using making a scissor-like motion, and then making claw hands and widening their mouth really loud, really wide, and chomping down on the air and miming being asleep.
And then is going to look at Zell like, you get it?
Zell is staring for a moment and then kind of nods slowly and then begins to reach for the sword in their back. Very slowly to gauge Cal's reaction to it.
Oh. Cal is going to make a wait gesture of a little paw up and is going to look Zell in the eyes and point at them, point here at the ground, point at his own chest, and do a walking motion and point in the direction of the croc, and then is going to shrug and put a paw out at Zell for a response.
I think Zell is able to pick up exactly what you're saying immediately, and there's a look of worry that crosses their face. But then you see the eyes kind of flick back and forth, not looking at anything or anyone in particular, but I think you can tell you've been around Zell often enough. You can tell that this is what he does when he's thinking. We're trying to come up with ideas, and you kind of see on his face a look of resignation as they realize there's no other better plan. So they nod and they take a seat as quietly as possible on the ground. And without really saying any words, just looking at you, you can see in their eyes, they just try and get across that they want you to be careful.
And Cal is going to put his little paws out and motion towards the jar.
Unstrap the jar from their side and hand it over to Cal.
And Cal puts one little paw on Zell's shoulder and gives it a little squeeze and turns and walks away.
And that's where we're going to switch scenes real quick. Flashback number 2. Around the same time, we're going to join Grub and Oleander in the forest. What are you two waiting for?
Perhaps not the same time. We have to wait for all the...
That's true.
The bed bugs to do all their bed bug things, to propagate. Perhaps, a week later or something like this. We are also in the forest, also waiting. Sort of like in the future, but in the past.
But in the past,
and also
of course.
But not in a ridge, but in a forest, So it's actually quite different. It's totally different. So, yes, I said it was the same, but it is not the same.
Close enough.
Close enough.
And what's the mood like for you two?
Oh. Well, if I remember correctly, it was a while ago. Yes, it was a little bit before this happened. If I remember correctly, I am not hiding, but Grub is hiding because I am waiting for someone who is expecting to see me. So I do not need to be hiding because whoever I'm going to be seeing is expecting to see me, and so I cannot be hiding, which I wouldn't want to do anyway. But that's right. Everything is good.
And I think this...
But they're not here yet.
This hiding is a little awkward on Grub's front. It's extremely obvious that I am not used to disappearing. So I think there's a little the occasional noise, the occasional shuffle. Like, I am trying so hard, but there's the occasional floor scrape, there's the occasional shuffle, there's the occasional kind of wiggle around. I'm absolutely doing my best to... This is very serious. I don't want to get it wrong. But I'm not very good at hiding.
Let me place you somewhere. Okay, look. I've told him to meet me here in this grove, so he will probably come this direction. And so if you want to hop out, then you should probably be not there. I'm thinking perhaps a little bit more here. And then he'll be coming to the forest this way, and I will sit. This is like a... look, I will sit here by this cart. I will sit, and I will be doing whatever it is that I do, waiting for him to show up. And if you could, there is some trees, this little stand of trees here. If you will wait there, he will not see you. And he will come and he will speak to me and he will say, "Oh, I love you so much." He will not say this. And then when the moment comes, then you will... Look, if he has guards, which I'm sure he will, or something like this, if he has some sort of protection, I will look at the protection and maybe you would hit him. And
we'll play it by ear, yeah?
Yes. I'm just saying that you should probably do the hitting of him, and if he has protection, I will do the protection.
Yeah, I've got it, mate. I'll whatever you need. And I give him an awkward little clump on the shoulder, stretch myself up from where I've been hiding, and you just hear as my back goes.
Oh.
And I move myself around like a child in itchy new clothing. And go and hide in the general direction that Ola's pointed to behind that tree.
Yeah. Rosie. And I bring forth my spectral honey badger. You should just hang out with me a little bit while we wait here for my father.
Is your father punctual?
My father believes that if you are not 5 minutes early, you are 5 minutes late.
Okay.
And he also thinks that if some people are 5 minutes early, it still doesn't matter. That said,
They're still late.
if you're... Yes. That said, if you're going to meet him, he will tend to make you wait. Like you will get there 5 minutes early, but he will not let you in to see him for another 15 minutes or so.
So he would probably be technically late to this. He would make you wait.
I suppose technically.
Okay.
Yes.
He wouldn't consider it to be that way, but he's going to try to make you wait.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So how's your anxiety doing, Oleander, as you are waiting?
Oh, I have never had anxiety in my life.
Oh,
I am
course.
always just like the cool as why do they even say cucumbers are cool? That makes no sense to me. I mean, like, why would cucumbers? I mean, they're just plants. They're not like cold or hot or anything like this.
I think they have cooling properties when you put them in a beverage or when you put them on your skin. It's cooling.
Oh yes. This is what it's about. Why
This
would you
is what he's
ask if I
thinking
have
about.
anxiety?
This is just his internal monologue throughout the whole thing. Like, why do they call them cool cucumbers?
Yes, because they're so. I don't know why you'd ask this, because I'm not.
Not anxious at all.
You know, no, because this is what I do. I attack my father in the woods all the time. Never done that. Because you're not supposed to. Did you know that respecting your elders is very important, says my father. And also tradition, says my mother. And also you are not supposed to speak up or disobey your parents, who are also your elders, who are also in charge of who are like also the leaders. You were asking me a question about what beverage I like. Yes, I do like cucumber water. That is what you were asking about, I think. Yes.
Of course it was. That's what I was asking. I think I got my answer though, so thank you.
Oh, okay.
So you're waiting probably 20 minutes past when you were supposed to meet. The anxiety is rising, but then you hear it. The wooden wheels of the wagon. I imagine it's a little extravagant as well. Like, I feel like your father rides the line of, nature, showing off nature and the minimalistness of that, but then also somehow it's still extravagant.
I imagine it's like very well carved.
Yeah.
Like it's like it wouldn't have like gold or anything like this, but I imagine that it is the sort of craftsmanship is.
There's probably like vines woven into everything, and just everything is very, very elegant looking, even though it's mostly made of natural things.
Yes, but I imagine it's like the best woods that. Not necessarily as utilitarian, like it's just not, it is, I don't know if you've ever seen, but the carriage my father and my mother ride in, there is a hand carving on the sides that look like vines. And so there are actual vines woven in, but also there's this, it's actually quite beautiful. It is a specialty of the Golden Hood Grove, where you get it's hand done. It's very detailed with small little awls and dowels, and you both carve in. It looks very three-dimensional. Petals, flower petals, and vines. It is painstaking. It takes quite some time to do, because there is a sense of pride in doing this by hand, not using magic to manipulate, to make these things do it so, but to do it by hand. It takes, this sort of woodwork normally is not done on a carriage because it is so intensive. Normally you would have it done on like a walking stick or a staff, or like we often have like small placards made of wood. It's just much smaller, but to have something like this work done by artisans on a carriage is
extravagant.
oh
It says a lot.
Yes,
It says a lot.
it says a lot. It says a lot.
This
People who are not here, who are not the arbiter, would probably not realize this, but if you are,
then you recognize. Okay, I like that, because it implies that, it might still be kind of understated to anybody outside of your community. But you hear these wooden wheels as they are, turning and hitting the dirt and the grass as this carriage is very slowly making its way through. And then it slowly rolls to a stop. There's maybe 30 excruciating seconds where nothing happens. The driver's just sitting there waiting. And then the door opens. Your father steps out and steps forward. What does he look like?
My father and mother are amazing to look at. They are beautiful, both of them, so much. They are, my father's antlers are so large and majestic, and have you ever seen people who, when you see them, you think, this is what it looks like to be like everything you want to be? They are the kind of people who have this charisma, and they are like a statue, like not like frozen like a statue, but when you see a statue and that statue is like the ideal of someone. And my father and my mother, they're beautiful. All of us are bark-eyed, and his fur is never seen something so beautiful. It has the bark-like patterns all, and the moss. And there's something about the way the moss is this beautiful green, and the bark-like patterns in his fur. I've never seen someone so handsome. And my mother and she, he's someone that you look up to and you think, one day I probably could never have such an heir. And it's not just that he's handsome and tall and he's the largest hands, and it's just that when I think about him and my mother together standing, and they would stand, on the balcony, the wooden sort of porch balcony, and they would speak to everyone, and they were always so inspiring, and they always seemed so like they always knew what was to do, and nobody thought they were scary. Always so warm. Outside, when they were speaking to everyone, they always seemed so warm and friendly and welcoming. And both of them would wear these very, very fine but plain-looking robes, and they just were like heroes.
And is he warm to you?
Oh, no, but that's because I was always so. I had to work harder, you know. I mean, I was not. I had made so many mistakes, and I never was good enough. But you know, you just have to work with. You're going to become. When one day, when you grow up and you will become a leader, you have to work harder and do better, and not make mistakes. And you know, he was a bit warmer than my mother. They both are very, you know, they're very busy. They're very busy. They have many things to do. And if I were able to listen more and were better at when I grew up, I had a bit of a stutter, and I just had to work a lot harder than because I was very disappointing, you know. But this was also my fault for not, I had to. They were trying very hard to make me someone who could step into the position that I would need to step into one day, and that it was what they did to, you know. They really loved Zell. They thought Zell was so much better than I was, and that I should be more like him.
Well, in that case,
yes, very warm.
Very warm. In that case, you see your father step out of the carriage. He has a smile on his face. Someone is helping him down from the carriage, has opened the door for him. He steps down and says, "Oh, Pieter, relax, enjoy yourself. We're just going to take a break here for a moment while I talk to my son. There's food in the back. Just have a moment, have a breather, shall we?" No, I'm fine. Thank you. No, thank you. No, please take your time. Have whatever you like. And then he steps forward and looks at you. He walks slowly, very slowly up the pathway to you. And then his smile completely drops. And he says, "Oleander."
Father, it is
You said it was
an
important.
honor. Yes. Yes.
This better not be like last time. Better actually be important. No, I'm very busy.
Yes, sir. It was important last time. There were loggers, and they were poaching in the forest. And I thought we could do something to stop them.
It's beneath us to handle, Oleander, and I am not going to go over it again.
Yes, of course, sir. I hope.
Spit it out.
Yes, sir. I found out something. I have been traveling, you know.
I thought Mihair had fixed that problem of yours.
Yes, sir. I sometimes
How do you expect to give speeches to address our people when you sound like that?
Yes, sir. You said there was sorry, sir. You remember when I was caught? I was caught and arrested one time. You remember? And
yes, I remember. How could I forget? It was a terrible ordeal for your family.
Yes, I brought shame to our name. I'm so sorry. I was trying to do the right thing, but do you know, my compatriot, I was with someone called Jarek. We were both arrested. It was just us two doing this together, just two of us. And
What was that small thief, right?
yes, I like to think of him more as a... Sorry, I do not talk back. But and you know how he was staying in this prison the whole time, and I had asked if maybe you could help get him out, and you said he was a bad influence, and so he should rot.
Yes, and hopefully he is rotting currently right now. This better not be about this thief again. I already told you no, and you know I don't like repeating myself.
No, sir. You hate to repeat yourself, but I wanted to tell you that he is not in the prison at the moment. He has been moved out of the prison, and it was Mr. Dusk sent a letter to move him out of this prison into a prison in his area, in Kaiko. And I had heard this on the wind, and I thought that you might want to know that did you know this, sir?
How did you find out about that? How did you come by this information? He seems very interested and engaged now.
And I try to move so that he is standing with his back towards where Grub is.
Is Grub behind you?
Grub should be on the other side.
Okay. Okay.
So your father can't see me.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
But the carriage is still within view, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Should we, sir, should we walk this way? Would this walking and talking with this make you feel?
I'm fine here. Tell me how you came by this information now, Oleander.
Yes, sir. Mr. Dusk had sent a messenger to me saying that it was time that you wanted me to meet with him and get to know him better, and I don't know why, because I have never met him before. That was so I met with him, and he said
you
that
met with him?
That is briefly. It was not very long.
What did he want?
So I've been traveling, but I don't understand really exactly everything, sir. But
well, I know that, but try.
He said that this Jarek was supposed to be moved to Keiko, because he knew something about something. He said about an artifact, and that he wanted to have a discussion with Jarek about this, and so he was going to move him, and that this was your idea. And
did did you tell him anything?
I told him where Jarek was to be found, where he was being held, because he said so.
While Oleander is talking, I just want to put my head slightly out of a tree and kind of very quickly but very subtly nod at Oleander, and I want to mouth some words, but I've got no idea if you're going to be able to understand what I'm saying from over there.
Oleander looks to you to be much younger than he normally is. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he has been sent back a little bit to when he was a little bit younger, and the kind of swagger that he normally has is just deflated. And you can see he's trying to, he normally has a very relaxed sort of devil-may-care posture. He kind of slouches a little bit in a way that sort of reads like everything is cool, and he sort of ends up having this very straight, strict up and down posture, and he is how do I put this? You're trying to catch his eye, and he's not
he's locked on
as
me.
present. Yes, he is completely. And when he said that he wanted you to hit his father, it's because he can't really.
Your father puts a hand up and on your shoulder, but it is not a reassuring gesture. It has a grip to it, some tension, and he's pushing in.
The moment that I see your father lay any kind of hand on you, I would like to knock him out, please.
Yeah! Okay.
And Oleander just flinches just a little bit when the hand goes on the shoulder, as if that gesture, putting the hand on the shoulder and just squeezing a little bit, is just the precursor to some emotional damage, right? Like, this is like, you have disappointed me, and I'm going to tell you all the ways in which, and like, you can see Oleander just kind of shrink right inside.
Yeah, Grub don't like that. Grub smash.
Yep. Okay, Grub smash. I'm into it.
Grub smash.
All right. Grub, you get the first opening move.
What I would like to do is pick up the nearest piece of log, heavy item, stone, and literally, like grub smash. Now, I don't have this as an ability, but I feel in my heart that this is where Grub is at right now.
We will do a strength roll or something. We will make it happen. I am putting Dad on the map here. You should see him now.
Okay.
Yes, I see him.
However, we do also have the people that came with him.
Yes.
Obviously, this is an ambush, so you two get to move first.
And I am, imagine I'm, let's see, I'm on the other side, right, of him, of our dad.
And I've been here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will have these two over here, because I think the cart probably kind of like stopped over here. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Grub. So let's see. What do you have? I know you don't have an ability to pick up and throw something, but do you have anything that will help aid you with this outside of just a straight body roll?
I have the ability to dig. I'm a burrower. I have the ability to do that, but I don't feel I would do that in this instance. I feel like going underground would defeat the point. Like, it's the quickest path.
I love this. Zero chill, Grub. Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely zero chill. We Grub smash.
Let's do then body and your choice of either soul, because I feel like this is coming from the heart, or shadow, because it's reflexes and you're trying to be quick.
I think soul makes the most sense because this is, coming from the heart.
Yeah.
Will this be an attack check?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I think technically your attack is normally locked on specific stuff, but we're making an exception for this one. Grub smash.
Grub smash. Yeah. I was ready to use an ability here, but as soon as that happened, I was like, oh damn, we're gonna see red.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm gonna assume that you're not trying to kill him, but you're definitely trying to knock him out cold, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to kill him. He just has to stop immediately. Yeah.
He absolutely stops immediately. You hear just a very loud rustling from the bushes, Oleander, and you kind of see. I'm sorry, but I'm imagining this the most anime moment right now, where you're like,
I launch off the floor. Yeah.
You are
like,
looking at your dad, and he's looming, and he's got his arm on you, and like if the camera were looking, we would see you kind of stressing and looming over behind your dad. All of a sudden, is this shadowy silhouette of Grub with the shring eye as he like picks up the log and throws it at your dad.
I think also, like, if you look behind Grub, you can see the equivalent of like tire marks on the floor as Grub's like claws have like clawed in to like launch up over him. You can see these like little speed claw marks. And I smash this, and Grub smash.
Yep, he smashes this log over the top of your dad's head, and you hear this like very loud crack. And I think for a second your dad's eyes go really wide, and he looks at you like, what just happened? And then his eyes roll back into his head, and his head lolls back, and he collapses immediately to the ground.
I catch him. I catch him.
Oleander
Can I
catches him.
immediately check to check that he's alive?
He's alive. You have not killed him. However, it does startle the other two that are with the caravan, and they come running over. What is going on?
He's alive. Oh, he's alive. Don't worry. He's sorry. He's alive.
What has happened?
I would like to stand. Can I attempt to protect Oleander?
Yeah,
Can I stand
so you're gonna,
in between?
This is super important because this is kind of like negotiation here. So you've got these two guards, and what are you gonna say has happened?
Just there was just a small accident. Log fell from the it's overhanging. And it's just we can take care of this. It's not a problem. Family.
Let's get him into the carriage. Let's let him rest. We have some water. We have some figs. It'll be fine. I can't believe you let this happen, Harry. And then,
I don't think we should move him. I think we should bring the stuff here. I'll come with you. Big paws.
Well, he said put him in the carriage.
But we can't move. We can't move him if he's injured. We can't. You shouldn't move him.
Well,
I'll come
we
with you.
absolutely have to move him. We have to put him in the carriage. The mistress is gonna kill us.
Big paws, hold figs, water. Show me. I can bring him here from the car.
Oh,
let's go.
And then one of them goes immediately to the cart to get the things. And then obviously Harry is standing there a little dumbfounded, like, I don't know what's going on. And then he'll come back with a bunch of like things in his arms, overflowing. Maybe he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's panicking now. Oh, young sir, well, what do we do? Your mother is going to be very, very cross.
Grub, you have seen Oleander speak before. And Oleander has a gift of gab. Oleander can convince anybody of anything when he is on point. He is clearly, currently not on point. He's sort of fixated on his father, and everything seems like chaos to him. And that is not how he normally is. Whenever there's chaos, he seems to be more calm. He seems to really just not... He almost always is very chill about chaotic things. Everything is fine, you know? And he just can talk his way out of anything. And at the moment, he's just holding his father's body, looking a little freaked out. Not like, oh no, I hurt my dad, but more like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in so much trouble when he wakes up. That kind of like,
oh wow,
that kind of, he's not doing the thing that he does, right? Which is the like reassuring and telling everybody thing is fine. And in this situation, you've been in situations like this with him before. He's the one that says, hey, here's how we're going to do it. And he is not doing that right now. And you've never seen him like this before.
I'd like to crouch down as close to Oleander as I can get and awkwardly, hesitantly put my arm around Oleander's shoulders.
Wait, what's happening? Are we hugging now?
And I want to just take his face and like push Oleander's face, push your face to look at me. Hey, it's all right. We got this. We'll do it together.
And Harry comes over and crouches. Yeah, we'll do it together.
Yes.
Are they both now behind us?
Yeah.
As we're crouching down? Can I'd like to turn around and use sweeping strike. Strike all enemies in your reach within a single attack roll, dealing the same number of wounds to all.
All right, go for it. And I'm assuming still you're also trying not to kill either of them, right?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to not kill either of them. I would like to just knock them out. Bear with me, let me just make sure that I'm rolling this correctly.
Also, for those listening, the grub smash did 12 damage.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot. I definitely did not design Daddy-O to have 12 HP. Yeah, that's okay, he's not dead.
Did you say
Armor.
Daddy-O or
I did.
Daddy-Ol?
I said
I really
Daddy-O,
enjoy them
but
being called
Daddy-O
Daddy-O.
is pretty good.
Daddy-O, that's really funny.
Daddy-O is much better. Okay.
Hey,
All right, make your roll,
I
my
think
dear.
this is correct.
Yep. Oh, okay. Still more than what they've got. Okay, you do 9 damage to each of them, or is it split among them?
Strike all enemies in your reach with a single attack roll, dealing the same number of wounds to all.
Amazing. So describe how you incapacitate them.
So as I'm leaning down, I want to take them by surprise by standing up, and I would like to sweep my arm in an arch. So I get the first one with my elbow.
Yeah.
And my weapon is a claw, and it's literally the claw on the end of my paw. So I get the first one with an elbow and claw out to the other one, to knock them with the pads of my paw.
Yeah.
On the floor,
I think
and then hit the
yeah.
second one again behind me with my elbow. So I like follow through the elbow attack all the way behind me as I stand up. And I think you hear this noise that's like not quite a roar. It's like a old man standing up and going, "Ugh," but it's also like at the same time. It's like a combination between the two. Yeah,
Like an old man startled.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely you do that. So so we see, and I'm so sorry, but I feel like this is just how it happens. So we see a shot of all of the like things that were brought over, the water, the figs, everything just slow motion into the air as you swipe down and knock the first one into the second one. And then we hear this like moan from Harry. And his head hits and then he hits the ground. They're going to have big bumps on their heads, but they're not dead. You have successfully knocked them out. Now, what's your plan now?
I didn't think that far ahead.
I didn't think so. So we're going to switch scenes. Back to the sewers.
God.
Just to clarify, when I say I mean Grub. Grub saw past nothing but Grub smash right then.
Yep.
I'm sad Harry had to go. Harry is my favorite character.
I really like Harry.
Harry was very nice. Harry was very kind and always a very nice person. So, we will work it out.
Listen, I had to have somebody at least likable, so it wasn't easy for you to just take option number A, which is to beat everybody up and leave.
Well, actually, hitting any of them was not an easy option for me.
No,
so.
that's what I'm saying. Well, but I mean the easier option of, let's maybe take Harry with us. What if you kidnapped everyone? I don't know what was going to happen.
Well,
Anyway,
you
back
have
in
to
the sewer.
preserve life.
We need some rolls. We need some rolls from Cal. Some stealth rolls. How do you want to do this, Cal? How do you want to approach?
I definitely want to utilize my climbing ability.
Okay. Yep.
I think not stepping on the same ground, just in case in any way it feels that movement, I think going along the opposite wall is probably the right move.
Okay. All right, let's make some rolls. We're going to have 3 total here, I think. The first one, does your climbing thing that you got from Zell allow you to simply climb, or do you need to make a roll for it? What does that say specifically?
Grants a climb speed equal to your movement.
Okay.
You may move vertically without penalty.
Perfect. Okay, so we're not going to do penalty. We're just going to see if you can do it stealthfully. And we're going to do 3 checks. And essentially, because this crocodile is so big, we'll have you do the 3 of them are as you progress past this crocodile. All right. So let's do the first one, and let me move you as well so that you can reveal this so you can see where it is. So we are here. And listen, I want you to ignore the gaping mouth and the angry eyes, because right now she's sleeping. Can you do that for me? Hopefully she stays sleeping.
Let's find out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So-
First roll.
And this is going to be... Is it shadow and...
Shadow and body, I think, because you're moving. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Don't forget, you do have 2 hero points. One for the special something, and one because you crit earlier. Just saying.
Okay. And if I utilize one of those, how does that work?
Well, it blesses your roll. So essentially 4s would count as successes. Now, if you use the special one, because there was one that we got from the card game, that one you would kind of need to describe how the card game, how what happened during Go Fish is helping you in this moment.
Okay.
But you do have another one you could use.
And if I spend a hero point on it, is it just for one of the 3 rolls?
It is.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do one.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Okay.
What's excellent about this too is that I feel like in general you are just so quiet that Zell can't hear you at all. So he's sitting there and the tension's rising, bubbling up in his chest, prickling his throat. Okay.
And you said difficulty of
3.
okay.
Okay. I want you to describe what we see, but for those listening, it's a critical success, which means you get another hero point. It's like you never even spent one.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Okay. Okay, what does this look like?
I mean, in terms of describing what you see, if we want to get technical, you don't see anything. Because that is how stealthy Cal is. Cal has dark vision and like has these enchanted gloves for climbing, knows these tunnels inside and out at this point. And Cal is someone who's really not used to having any attachments to anyone or anything. And so finally having personal stakes is something that for some people it might trip them up and like that pressure would get to them. And for Cal, it does the opposite. And it like focuses them and it makes them lock in. And so it almost to Cal feels like the equivalent of if you've ever climbed on like a rock wall, like at a rock climbing gym or whatever. You know how the hand and footholds will have specific colors for the route that you're taking so you can see where you're supposed to go? Cal sees this wall like that almost, where it's like the exact stones that they need to put their paws on feel like they're standing out.
Yes. So you're bouldering along this wall, essentially. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, roll number 2. You make it slowly, bouldering. Actually, I don't even think it's slow. I think in the beginning, you kind of just go, and you're crawling along the wall, bouldering very quickly, and then you pause. And then you keep going. Pause. Second roll.
I'm astoundingly nervous for this. So I'm gonna immediately use that hero point.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess this one up.
Okay. Success. And if I'm not mistaken, is that because of the hero point? I think it is actually.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is because one of them was a 4.
One of them was a 4. Oh, so there is a moment where you are bouldering and we hear just maybe a slight drip of water splash onto your paw. And it makes a sound that is not the right sound. And you hear a... And then you keep scrambling on, bouldering alongside the wall. And now, the third and final check.
Okay. I feel like narratively, I have to hold on to my Go Fish hero point.
Yep. I respect
And it pains me to say it because I want to use it so badly. But I don't think it makes sense here.
Yep.
So
What happens? Yes? Oleander has an idea. I know you're not here, but you have a
I'm
thought?
like, I don't know if I can help that. I'm like, ooh, that's a 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. That I don't think I can help.
Okay.
Nope. I thought I might, but I don't think I can. I was like, oh, no. Goes close.
yeah. I don't think anything can help me here.
Well, actually, that's not true. You could. I'm just a thought. If you wanted
There's
to
a reroll.
do a shadow die, you could do that.
Oh. Oh.
It's, just throwing it out there if you wanted to make an attempt again. And to do that, you roll a 1d12. And depending on what you roll, the odds are very good that you will succeed. But the odds are also pretty good that I get some marks to use, which just makes the narrative interesting.
Well, we love an interesting narrative.
Absolutely. Perfect. You've rolled a 2.
Action fails.
Wait, but a benefit arises.
Action fails,
Oh.
but a benefit arises.
Oh, no. Okay. And I get a mark. Okay. Let's see.
I will also say, you automatically get a mark for Shadow Die. This is how many extra marks you get. So you get an additional 1 mark. No matter what, there's always the
Oh,
deal with
so
the
it's
devil kind of thing. So
okay, it's added.
you're
All
gonna get
right, so now I have
additional.
2 marks. Okay. I have an idea. But you have to hold on because I wasn't even remotely prepared for this as an option. But I have an offer for you. Should you choose to accept it?
Okay.
You absolutely fail. Okay? You slip and fall, or I don't like to say that you necessarily made a mistake or that you're not good at what you do, but something happens to cause you to fall and scramble down, and then you hear the and then this very, very large crocodile opens its eyes. They're very wide. It's almost like they look, maybe like you caught them unawares. They're more surprised to see you than you are to see it awake. And then they say,
Hello? Hello? Who are you?
Well, hello there. I'm Calabasa.
Cal?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Merryweather.
Okay. And how are you today, Merryweather?
I'm all right. I'm fine.
Good. I am so glad to hear that. 'Cause nowadays, there's so much going on and, it's so much to keep up with, and it's really easy to get overwhelmed and get swept up in the state of the world. And I would hate to bother you when you're in such a good mood. So, such a pleasure. So good to make your acquaintance, and I
What
will
are you
be
doing here?
on my way.
Did you bring people with you?
Why? Did you want to meet more people?
Oh, no, please, no. I'm hiding, actually.
Oh, okay.
I thought this
Can I
was
ask?
pretty intimidating if I just laid on all of these bones.
Yeah. No, you nailed it. I was so intimidated.
Oh, did I? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, really and
Good.
truly, I was like,
Really?
oh no, I gotta avoid
Oh,
them.
good. Oh, okay. I'll keep that in
if
mind
it's-
then.
If it's not,
I ate a
too much
cow.
of an overstep, can I ask what you're avoiding?
Yes. I'm avoiding people because I ate a cow, and I feel badly about it. Turns out it was someone's cow.
Oh, that is so often the case with cows.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember whose cow it was?
No, I don't. I just remember screaming, lots of screaming, and then, oh, Betsy! It was terrible.
Oh, yeah, especially if the cow had a name. That's not helping anything.
I mean, it could have said something when I approached, but it didn't.
Honestly, communication is so vital.
I know,
And-
everybody just wants to attack and attack without trying to communicate or, looking at any other avenues. I'm so glad we're having this conversation.
No, you know what? You and me both. And you are so valid. Your feelings are valid. And I feel like we've all had our metaphorical eating of a cow happen before. Like, whomst among us has not eaten a cow in one way or another?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you know what?
Exactly. How was I supposed to know? It wasn't my fault. I was just doing what it is that I do, and then all of a sudden I have a cow in my mouth.
And you know what? Here's the thing. You gotta process how you gotta process. And if that means you wanna be alone for a while, I say take that time to yourself. Have a little you time. Think it through. Journal. But ultimately, I think you should know that just because you did something that caused harm doesn't mean you're bad. So take the time you need to work through whatever you gotta feel, but you're gonna be okay.
Thank you. You have no idea how much I needed that.
Yeah. No,
What are you doing here again?
I'm on a walk.
A walk.
Yeah. Moving the old leggies.
Through here.
Apparently, I'm as surprised as you.
Well, there's nothing back that way. Just a dead end.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Sometimes I feel like a dead end can be... What?
I smell something.
Is it someone?
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. That's my buddy, but I told him to wait back
You said
there.
there was no one else with you.
No, you asked,
You're
and I just...
hunters. Just a minute. You're here to kill me and turn me in and bring my bones back to the farmer.
Hey, would I do that to you, Merryweather?
I hope not. Would you? I
No.
don't know. I just met you.
No, that's why I told my buddy to wait back there, because I wanted to make sure we weren't interrupting anything, we weren't bothering anybody. And now that I know you don't want to be bothered, we're not gonna bother you, okay?
Really?
I promise.
Bring a friend over here. I don't believe you.
I think as you say that, you hear running, and Zell turns around the corner, sword in hand, hearing the howling screams from something. It sounded horrifying.
And
Cal, where are you? Is everything okay?
Zell, I made a friend. Weapon down.
It's crying. I'm sorry.
The only reason Zell had that out was because he's such a good friend that he wanted to make sure I wasn't in danger. He's not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Hey, do you need me to get you anything? Like, do you have like a little comfort food or like a blanket you want? What helps you feel better?
I could go for a cow.
Yeah, okay. Maybe this time we find a cow that doesn't have an owner. Like a free range, like a vagabond cow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Does that sound good?
Yeah. You're gonna bring me a cow?
Yes.
You
I will
promise?
bring you a cow.
Okay.
Are you
Give them a
okay?
cow.
We won't bother you anymore. We're just gonna finish our little walk, because it's important to get those steps in.
Okay.
And then we'll go and get you a cow.
Okay.
And-
do you think you could also get, I don't know, blankets or a pillow? Because these bones aren't doing it for me.
You know what? That is why I suggested it. I didn't want to ask so explicitly, but yeah,
Aren't
let's
you
make it
kind?
comfy in
What's
here.
your name?
Kalabasa.
That's right, you told me. And yours?
I'm Zelamon.
Nice to meet you. I'm Fairyweather.
Okay. It's great to meet you too. You're not going to eat us?
Just the biggest Cheshire grin on this thing's face and its glowing yellow reptile eyes.
No, not if you're going to bring me a cow. Also, I told
cow?
you, your friend here, I'm hiding right now. So if you could just not tell anyone that you saw me,
Yeah.
that would be great.
No,
As long
honestly,
as you
why
don't tell anyone you saw us.
Why are you
We'll make-
hiding? Did you?
Yeah.
Ooh, are we
And Cal's
gossiping?
gonna make a face at Zell like,
cut it out?
I ate a cow.
You ate a cow also? Do we need to start a club? I think we need to have a club. Cow Eaters Anonymous. But not anonymous because we all know our names.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
How
So,
about this? How about I take a rest here because I have to be honest, this whole encounter has been very stressful for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rest. And you come back with a cow and a name for our club. And pillows. And blankets. And maybe some
Okay.
bone broth.
okay, all of that sounds totally doable.
Okay.
And we will be back in just a little bit.
Okay. Oh, Calabasa. You're
Yeah.
not lying, are you?
About what? The cow?
Coming back. You will come back, won't you?
I promise.
Okay.
Okay,
Have fun on your walk.
thanks. Have fun decompressing.
And you two walk off. I was not prepared at all for that. Let me just throw this stat block out the window. It's no big deal. Was not prepared for that at all, but I love it. So your silver lining, this benefit that you have is you now have a friend.
the best benefit there is.
What do you do now? Unbelievable.
We continue on, and
I think Fairyweather will just kind of scooch out of the way as best as she can for you. So you two can
Cal
move
is-
along.
Cal's gonna give like a little wave over his shoulder once they're a little farther away, and then kind of quicken that pace a little. Still walking, but like, you know.
What just happened?
You just witnessed a master at work.
I can't deny the results.
And Cal's gonna do a little, still a quiet clap on the back, and then guide Zell forward.
And then
Still saying quiet though,
Yeah,
because we
staying
don't know if
quiet.
anyone else is here.
exactly. After a moment or two, you hear,
cute.
One more roll for me. And this one I kind of want to be... There's no more traps down here. At least not obvious ones. But now, you know, you walk down to this dead end, and this is the moment. This is the spot where you know it connects over. But I kind of need to know if you're able to get close without triggering any alarm, the magical alarm. Do the two of you have things that will stop the magical alarm from triggering? I know we have it on the bedbugs themselves, but what about you?
Us ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
With the time frame we had, I don't think I had time to enchant anything with that type of magic.
Okay.
So yeah, nothing on ourselves specifically.
Okay. Then why don't you both make a roll for me? I want the gods and soul, please.
Does this count as avoiding traps?
Yes.
Okay.
I will allow it.
Desperately reading if anything can help me here, because I'll be rolling 2 dice.
Well, luckily for you,
there
the
is something
difficulty
that that could help you. I don't know if I should say it out loud though,
Well, why not?
because it might not be a good thing to say out loud.
Oh.
So I was just checking the book, which is a very, the PDF of the book. It's very cool. I'm very impressed by it. I think everyone should go and get Drakonym because it's really good.
What page in particular are you looking at? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I was just looking at shadow marks, I was also looking at specifically in this really cool handout that has narrative tokens, and it says that each player gains a narrative token, which seems kind of cool, and you can spend that token to introduce a new NPC to help or spark a flashback to end the situation, but using the token triggers a herald response, which I guess means you could spend that to get a flashback where you got some kind of cool stealthy thing that was like maybe you actually did enchant a thing. You could spend that narrative token to say that you had done it, and then you do have a stealthy thing. It's just that it would trigger a herald response, which
and I do have 2 marks to use for that, and also those narrative tokens you get 1 per downtime, so we can say that you each have 1 if you would like. Yes, my darling.
I have an ability that I think I could utilize here to get around this.
Let's hear it.
But I don't know if this is a thing that maybe we would need Zell to make a check to find out how the magical barrier works.
Yes. Okay. What do you got?
Would we know is it the equivalent of like a line you cross and the line is the barrier, or is it once you step foot, all of the space beyond that recognizes if you're there or not?
Ooh, I don't think you know. I do think we're going to have a roll from Zell for this.
Okay.
I can definitely do that
Yeah.
at the very least.
Yeah. Zell, when you get close to this space, is it something that you sense? Because let's say there's no visual cue, but are you able to sense the magic? Or is it something where maybe your dragons alert you? Or is it something where maybe there was a mark on the blueprint and you went, if it was going to be anywhere, it would be here, but you're still just guessing?
I think it's a mixture of feeling and guessing. I think it's a case of like, it's similar to how like your knee aches when it's about to rain.
Yes. Okay.
Of like, there's like a high level of it being accurate, but there is sometimes your knee just aches.
Yep.
So I think it's like a mixture of feeling and guesswork of being like, is this feeling what I'm actually feeling, or did I cake everyone made me not agree with me right now?
Yeah. Okay.
So I think as that feeling comes up, I definitely would like to see if I can gauge exactly what Em said, if it's just a line or if it's an extensive zone.
All right, let's roll for it.
Enchanted.
What will you be rolling? Because this, I think, technically is another one that's locked, right? Because it's your magic ability.
No, because I believe I actually have an ability that just lets me get a bless with this.
Nice.
And I don't think this would count as like an ability. So
Okay.
it would be like a negotiating again of like what
I do love a
attribute would
good
be.
negotiation.
I have I don't think it's quite applies, but I'll let you know what this is. I have an ability called Superior Eye. When making mind checks to assess the value, history, authenticity of relics, magical objects, or fine materials, gain a bless. With that,
Okay.
apply.
Yes, I will allow it.
Okay.
So I think you'll at least be rolling mind for this.
Yeah,
But I don't
think
know what you
mind
want
makes
your
sense.
second one to be. I mean, the world is kind of the obvious choice, you know, because it's terrain and stuff like that. But I would also accept, I think, soul for performance and insight, because you're kind of using your instincts with magic.
Yeah, I think I'd go mind and soul.
Okay. I
Yeah.
accept your offer.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have bless. Okay, so B. Well, anything to add to this? I don't think so. Okay. What difficulty would this be?
This is 2, actually, because of considering your ability.
I got 2 successes, exactly.
Perfect. So I think, well, I'll tell you the answer and then you can describe kind of how you come to the conclusion. But it is going to constantly be alerted that there is something in there, but it does appear to be based on size.
Okay.
So maybe rats aren't going to necessarily alert anything, or maybe they will, but it's not going to send off quite the announcement as, say, your presence might.
Yeah. Okay. I think I get this feeling. I do honestly think, I said as an example, but I do kind of think it's almost like an ache, a dull ache,
Yeah.
or like a pressure behind the eye, like almost like a migraine's coming on. As they get closer to specifically like enchanted spaces or objects. And as they get close to this space, they can stop very suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
And this time it's Zella's turn to raise a hand to Cal and kind of point in the distance about maybe 10 feet ahead of us. I think that's the barrier. And I think Cal, you see Zella do the most, the scariest thing someone could do in a reconnaissance, like a mission possible. They grab a stone and just toss it through and check to see if it reacts. And I think that's how they realize the size difference that's allowed as they go for a smaller stone. And as they're about to reach for a bigger one, they see like a rat scurry past without issue. And I think that they then set the stone down as that's enough of a test for them. As long as it's smaller than a rat, and that's good enough for us. But you see they'll do this wordlessly as they toss a small stone past the barrier. Okay. I think it might be... It's definitely an entire zone. So if we go beyond this barrier, there is no real spot where we will be safe, really. So I think whatever we want to do, we have to do out here.
What do you want to do?
I initially planned on just tossing the jar across, but I'm a little bit worried that when it shatters on the other side, it might register as bigger than a rat. It'll end up breaking the runes on it, so the magic, non-detection magic, would end there. So I think we might have to open up the jar here and coax the bedbugs down the right chute.
Another rat scurries past.
Hey, little buddy.
And Cal's gonna get down and try to entice the rat to come back. I think Cal has one of Grub's biscuits on them, and it in the pocket for easy access. And just as he's bending down, the paw comes out and a little treat is held out to the rat.
Okay, make a roll.
Okay.
I think that this should be soul and the world. But I'm open to negotiation.
I would like to make a case for utilizing shadow, because I think part of interacting with wild animals is being so stealthy that you don't startle them.
Okay, I accept it. But then your second one is either soul or world. Your choice.
I think soul.
Okay. That was what I was going to suggest as well, because it's hope.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Give it a go. Difficulty 2.
Okay.
Failure. I mean, do you want to try another shadow die?
This is the moment where I think I need to just say something, just for no reason. So do you remember I said, looking at the page 21, which is 17 in the PDF for the shadow marks, yes? And it talks about how the herald gains shadow marks, if you push or roll with the shadow die, you get one. I just need to say because I think it's important to be honest and open. In the last scene with me, because I tell you now because it may be relevant, in the last scene with me, I did not actually roll, but what I saw myself doing was making a failure on a roll for narrative reasons, failing to be able to sort of influence the people there. And so because I did that, I just have to let you know that you have one more shadow mark available to you, because the herald gained the shadow marks when somebody pushes the shadow roll, but also if a player chooses to fail a roll for narrative reasons, the herald gets a shadow mark. And I did do that in the last scene, and in case you need to use these marks for anything, I thought I should tell you now. So you just one more for you. You're welcome.
So now I have 3. I believe the max I can hold is 6. I hope that doesn't influence your decision at all on whether or not you're going to roll shadow die.
I'm too nervous.
Too nervous to not? Or too nervous to do?
I'm too nervous to exist, PB.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Existence
fair
is
enough.
terrifying.
How about this? This is the craziest mission you've ever been on. I think Cal would maybe potentially risk it. Yeah.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit for the rat.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Roll that 1d12. Success with no positive or negatives.
What the hell is that? A biscuit? Is that is that a biscuit? Oh my! Is that a berry and cheese biscuit? What is that? Can I have some of that? Are you holding that out for me? Is that for me? You're holding that out for me. Oh my God, you're holding that out for me. I will take it. Can I have the whole thing? I'll just you know what? I'll just have the small part. Actually, whoops. I have the whole biscuit in my hand, and oh my God, it's gone. Where'd the biscuit go?
That's so funny. What biscuit? I didn't see a biscuit.
I didn't see, but do you have another one?
I have so many.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm being so rude. What was your name?
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm Clive.
Clive. It's a pleasure. I'm Calabasa.
And Cal's gonna offer, like, start to offer a paw, but then just put one little thingy out.
You are reading my mind. I was gonna say I reach up with my tiny little hand and I just grab your finger. And
it's like one mind, you
I
know?
love it. Mm-hmm.
You know when you just meet someone and you're just like, get out of my head, man.
That's happening right now between the two of us.
Oh my gosh.
Nice to meet you. What are you doing down here? Oh, and who's your friend?
So,
I have a question. I have a question about table. Do animals normally talk?
I don't think so. I think this is a Calabasa thing. Yeah.
I have a spell that allows me to talk to plants and animals, so I would say normally no.
No, normally no, but I think this is a Cal thing. We established fairly early on that Cal seems to be able to kind of like navigate and speak to animals, so I've just been rolling with that.
Am I hearing this or no? Am I just hearing Cal's side, or am I hearing?
I think that you're now just hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I think Zed was spiral if they met two animals that could just talk. But I think you just see Zell kind of staring between Calabasa and this rat. But Calabasa dealt with the alligator, so they're not going to step in when it comes to this rat. They must have an idea.
Who's your friend?
That's my buddy Zell. He's great. You'll love him.
Okay.
We should get together sometime.
Oh, okay.
For
well,
now,
if you
though,
have biscuits, absolutely.
so many biscuits,
Oh
and
my gosh.
actually, I wouldn't mind leaving all of the rest of the biscuits I have with you if that's something you're interested in.
No.
Yeah. I don't say that to just anyone, Clive.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we besties?
I know. I mean, I think we just became best friends.
Best friends, Cal.
So here's the thing, like one bestie to another.
Yeah.
Could I get your help with something?
Absolutely. What are best friends for? Other than biscuits.
Which, like, we wouldn't need anything other than biscuits, but okay.
Definitely not. Biscuits are enough. More than enough.
So,
Plenty, one might say.
I have this little cushion back there. A tiny bed, one might say. And we kind of needed to just get it through the end of the tunnel. It has some little guys hanging on to it, some little buddies, you know? And we were trying to help them to get home. But I don't think we're going to be able to make it the rest of the way through the tunnel. So do you think you could just drag it over there for us?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Clive.
Yeah. You want me to drag the bottle? Where does it need to go?
Just down the tunnel. And if you just want, have you ever been to the end of that tunnel before? Are you familiar?
Oh, yeah. That's where they keep the crying people.
It is, yeah. And, the thing is, the little guys, they are gonna cheer those crying people up. They're gonna help them out.
Oh, they are?
So it's really important we get them over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it like biscuits for crying people?
It is exactly like biscuits for crying people.
Oh my god, then what are we waiting for? Strap it on. Let's go.
And Cal is gonna turn back to Zell and just...
Zell, I need you to trust me on this one, and I need you to not ask questions. Please get the bed for the bed bugs out of the jar and give it to my new BFF, Clive.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I think just as a level just truly dejected, I think they've given up on understanding what's going on. As they put on a pair of gloves, open up this jar, and then pull out the little pillow bed with the bed bugs on it out of the jar. and set it down in front of the rat. And I think very awkwardly, Zell just goes, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm picking up the bed a little bit and holding it and I'm sniffing it and I'm like, oh, this doesn't mean. Can I keep the bed when I'm done?
Yeah, you might want to heat treat it first, though. I recommend just like a little steam. Really just get in there and clean it. And then you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm never gonna do that, but I'll take the bed, thanks.
Okay.
Okay. It was really, really nice to. Oh wait. I think, Bestie, I think we're forgetting something. Maybe just tiny amount of...
I wasn't forgetting. I thought once you got back from dropping the bed off, we could have the biscuits.
Together?
Yeah. I'll only eat a little bit so I can leave all of them with you, though. But we can, like, cheers the biscuits, you know?
And my eyes are moving back and forth as I'm thinking this. My whiskers are going. My little claw hands are... Okay. And I scurry off.
And Cal is going to turn back to Zell and go,
And that's how it's done.
And that's where we switch scenes.
So could I offer that we are perhaps in a cabin, or we have moved to a different place now?
Yes, absolutely. Well, my question was for that, what do? You just take Dad? What do you do with Harry and Pieter?
And friend and Pieter, I have to have a conversation with them, I think.
Oh, okay. So you brought them with you to this location.
Yes.
And where is this location?
We have to just, I suppose we could keep them by the carriage.
That's
we just have to have
probably
a conversation with them.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right.
I feel like Grub may well have at least started to drag them into the cart.
Okay.
I don't know if
Yes.
that would be something that Oleander would appreciate or not, but Grub would certainly want to try.
Actually, it may be best if perhaps Grub and my father have left, so it is just Harry and Piotr and I, so that, in case things get weird, father is not there to be rescued. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Then
okay.
I'll start with father and drag him into the cart.
Away. No, not in the cart. Take him away.
Away where?
Grub. Back to your place.
Well,
Wherever we're going to hold him.
well, right. Do we leave the cart here?
They will need the cart.
But
Harry and Piotr.
you're gonna let him go?
Yes. I hope they will take the letter that we forged back to my mother. I just have to convince them to do so.
All right. Well,
Oh, you have the special. Wait, I pull out the special. It's like a metal band that goes over a person's mouth. That was enchanted with sigils. It comes from Zell. This should go on my father, so that he cannot speak out. And
I
hand it to Grub.
do you not want? I get it. I'm gonna take it off, put it over his father's mouth, and look back to Oleander. Now, I have, as part of being a wanderer, I have utility gear with me, which I feel is some kind of like falling apart knapsack. It includes a sturdy traveling cloak, a survival knife, a small collection of maps and stuff. Could I potentially have bought some cake with me for the road and put it in my bag.
So we just learned about this very cool thing that the system offers.
Can I use it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay,
You have cake.
Yeah, I have cake, and I'd like to reach into my falling apart bag via a hole that has worn in the side of it, easy access, and pull out a piece of cake that is wrapped in clean. It's clean, but it's an old shirt, and I'd like to just present it to Oleander. Just in case you need a bit of moral support, mate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Made with made with love and all that. All right, see you later then.
I love you too. You're my friend. Okay. And of course, Dad now looks like Jarek because the special enchanted bands that Zell made for us, the special one that he made, is one that gives the illusion to the dad to make him look like Jarek.
I think as you place it on, you see the sigils, the runes carved into it glow a purple, similar to the color of Zell's wings, and then like a shimmer from the, just a muzzle, unfortunately, as unpleasant as that sounds, from the muzzle expands and spreads across Oleander's father, and in its place you see an image of Ferric.
I think you see Grub as they hoist what looks like Jarek over the shoulder. I think you see this moment of hesitance, of like, huh. It's not him.
I don't know if you've ever described Jarek. I think PvE had an idea of what Jarek looks like.
Yeah, I think we described him in the one shot. But I do think I have pinned an image in here as well. But maybe I haven't. But Jarek is a lot like Cal in that he is very small, slender, quick. He looks like a oh gosh, what is the creature called? My brain has...
I think it was a ferret?
Yes. So he's got, like he's a little bit more animal-like as well. He was kind of the in and out man, right? He would like disarm the traps. He would do some of the same stuff that Cal would do. And he had like gray and black fur, and it was striped, not spotted. And I think he had this like a crooked grin, and one of his like canines was almost always showing. He was almost always smiling, Jarek. And he was always doing something with his hands, whether it was, tugging on his bag or fiddling with the food. It was just something that he would do often to kind of like calm himself down, I guess. He had very active hands. And so now he looks very unlike him, as he is completely limp, knocked out, hanging off of the back of Grub, his tail long and dangling. And
I think there's a moment when we get back to Grub's cabin where Grub lays what looks like Jarek on the floor and tries to go about general Grub-related business, trying to clean up and making more of a mess, and keeps double taking.
You
tries to
cover him
put
with a blanket.
Yeah,
Are
tries
you
to
saying
put a
that
blanket.
right now?
Yeah, tries to put a blanket over him. Puts a blanket over him, but it makes the double take worse.
Yeah.
So I pull that blanket down so I can see his face. And I try and go about my business again, and as I turn around, it makes it worse. So I sit him up in the corner and put the blanket around his lap as if he's in that corner where he's been before, back when I used to have visitors. I think that's kind of how we are in waiting mode.
Meanwhile, Oleander is probably standing, looking at this carriage with two knocked out individuals in it, stamping his hooves, kind of thinking like, well, you know, trying to get up the nerve to do what he's about to do. Who do you wake up?
I wish to make for the record that Harry, I feel like this is important to mention, that our Harry is, of course, he is also Arbor, but a different type of Arbor. I am, sort of defender. I make a sort of defender Arbor, the ones who are charged to protect the elements. I'm Barkhide Arbor. I would like to say that, if it is okay, that Harry is a fruit bearer Arbor, and their antlers bear fruit, which they give to people, providing strength in time of need. I just feel like Harry is the fruit bearer Arbor with fruit that grows in his antlers. I will wake them both up.
Both, okay. All right. They stir awake, and I think we see Pieter, who's kind of like, like panicking a little bit almost immediately. How well do you know both Harry and Pieter?
I think I know them both well.
Okay.
This is, after all, this is a small community, and I am someone who is, yes.
Oh, Leander, where's your father? Something came out and it hit me.
Piotr, Harry.
Yeah.
I must speak to you both. It is important.
Okay.
I speak to you now.
Is he dead? What happened? No. Okay. We have to get him. We have to get him back, Oleander. We can't just. I mean, he had a schedule.
Please.
He's gonna be so mad.
Please. I must do this officially. Yes. I speak to you both. And he pulls out, the family heirloom, which is a piece of the Heims tree.
Okay.
That is like his marker of who he is.
Yeah.
He says, I know that I travel and I have been far and wide. And I do not do this often. And perhaps I should do it more, or less, I don't know. But I say to you now, I speak to you, dear friends, as Oleander, scion of the Golden Root Grove, son of Sylvanus and Floria, head of Oath Keepers, protector of the Heims tree, sworn in all ways to keep the life and the flow through all of nature. And so, because Arbor, they tell stories with melodic, there is always sound and melody. And so I say this to you, as the scion of Golden Root Grove. I ask you, no. I must tell you, my father and mother have broken their oaths, and they have harmed the Heims tree. And the tree calls out in pain. Ah. And it is at this moment, as scion, I step forward to do what I have sworn, to protect nature and the tree, and indeed all of our world, by doing one of the hardest things. And as scion of Golden Root Grove, I ask you two, both protectors, not of my father or mother, but of the tree itself, and of our world, that you deliver this letter to my mother and say that it was given to you by my father. This I ask of you, I do not command, but I ask you as those of oaths. I ask you as the scion, sworn to protect the Heimstree, and lover of my community, that you do this. Say, not what you have seen, but say that my father went to meet with Relandosk, and you have returned with this letter. This I ask of you.
I'm gonna need a soul and world check, please.
I would like to note that I do not think it is soul. I think it is the gods, because it is the gods that is... you use this when inspiring others through belief.
I think then it would, instead of be the world, then we'll do gods and the soul. Because I think the soul is hope, and you know that
it is resisting.
Yeah,
it is soul is resisting influence.
Yeah.
So
well, I think the way that I'm using it is because I don't have sheets for them, so we're rolling to kind of see how you're affecting them, not you. So I do think it needs to stay soul, at least for them. Yeah.
Okay.
You are kind of asking them to choose between, you know, putting blind faith in you and what you're saying is true, and to betray your father, but then also you're imploring them to use their insight and to think about what they have seen of your father and what he has done and how he treats people and what they know of you. Yeah.
I have very little soul because I do not resist influence.
Okay.
So
well,
I have very little willpower, which is why my soul is very bad. But you know, I influence others, but I'm very easily influenced. Let us say this.
Yeah.
But I do have the ability, Silver Tongue, which is for nobles, and that I gain a bless when I speak.
Perfect.
For the formality, but I must state my lineage, title, position in order to do so. So I will roll only 3 dice is what I will roll with 1 bless.
All right.
Because I do not very influenceable. Okay. Basic check. 3 dice. Difficulty 3, I imagine?
I was going to say 2 because you know them really well, but 3 is fair, to be honest, because you're asking a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 bless. No bane. Difficulty 3.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
I have only 3 dice.
Only 3 dice, and he got exactly the success that he needed. 3 of 3. So I think Harry is very silent. I think it'd be very easy for me to have him just be like, okay, but I think he's actually taking in exactly what you're saying. And I think that Pieter's hand, as he reaches out for this letter, is shaking, trembling. There are tears in his eyes. He is upset, but he knows you speak the truth, and he knows it in his bones, because every night for the past however many years, he's thought he's heard a moaning in the woods through the breeze as it aches in the trees, and he's been telling himself it's not what he thinks it is. And a tear falls as he takes the letter, and he just looks at you and nods and holds a hand up, and Harry slowly gets out and gets in the driver's seat.
If my mother asks, tell her that he did not meet with me. I assume he told her that that's what he was going to do. They speak all the time together, but that was a lie he made. Rather, he met with Relon Dusk, but hid this from her.
I don't know what the language is, but my instinct there was to say whatever you need, Prince. But what would he call you here in this moment to acknowledge your sort of like ascension into protector of the grove and protector of the tree?
There is a word that's in the guide to Bastion.
Yeah. I
think it is Oathbinder or Oathkeeper. It is one of those two. And I put this PDF, is what they call it, in a slightly different place than it should be
That's okay.
at the moment.
I think the instinct is correct to call you like by this name, this title. So we'll say, Oathkeeper. He calls you Oathkeeper. Whatever you need, Oathkeeper. Be safe.
Thank you. And I watch them take the carriage back.
Yeah, and they head out down the road, and you hear it, the little grinding of the wooden wheel as the carriage fades into the distance. And I believe we return to the ridge. It's time. Forward into the future. We are on the ridge. And behind you is a carriage, not similar to the one that we had just before, but this one is supposed to look like, shrubbery? You're hiding somebody in here so that you can make a clean getaway. You're going to swap these two. You're going to swap the fake Jarek for the real Jarek, and you're waiting for that transport carriage to arrive. I'm going to give you a moment.
By the way, it is, I checked, it is Oathbinder.
Oathbinder. Okay, perfect. Oathbinder. That's perfect because the roots binding in the trees. I like that a lot. Oathbinder.
And there is, if you have the Drakonym, there is the guide to Baptizian where we are, and it mentions various factions.
Not out
very
yet.
well.
Yeah, that's not quite out
actually,
yet, but that's where you can find it.
It was given to Kickstarter people,
Perfect.
I was able to download it last night.
Yeah.
And it notes that the Oathbinders are the sacred stewards of the Goldenroot Grove, who serve as the natural witnesses and guardians of promises, contracts, and law. And we believe every oath echoes through the plains and we act as mediators for divine contracts and ancestral vows.
So that right there, that exchange between the two of you, just to add a little bit more context, was a promise. That was an oath. That was a vow when he said he would do this for you. So heavy stuff.
And saying that my parents are breaking their oath
is huge.
Perhaps one of the worst things you could say.
Yeah.
It is not done.
I've prepped the tree, and I think you see Zell along with everyone at the ridge, but to the side a little bit, and they've began or just finished partially cutting a tree to push down in front of the path of the carriage. When they get closer, Grab, I'm probably going to need your help to push this thing down.
All right. We can do that. What, on each end, or do you want me to just...
I don't think with those arms, I don't think it matters what end you push. It'll end up tumbling down.
And you just see me lift my hands up and have a weird little sarcastic smile at Zell.
I think the plan, while they're distracted, we sneak Jarek out and I look at Oleander, sneak your father in.
Yes. The letter that we forged that was sealed by the seal that you enchanted, re-enchanted, will cause a rift between these strong forces. And my mother will not try to get him out of this prison once. She will believe that he has betrayed her. And that indeed, that so has that the rest of those industrialists.
That reminded me, I needed extra time, but I have finished the rings, and I will display, I'll pull out from a bag strapped to my side, 5 rings actually, and 4, they look like, for lack of a better term, they almost look like braces, but considerably thicker and larger as they set them down on the ground. In case things goes wrong, we're definitely going to want to disguise. These should disguise us as just random folk. And these, and I pick up the bigger, like gauntlet type ones. These actually can be clasped on the tails of our dragons. It will change how they look as well. Not many people have what we have, so if we get spotted, we need to make sure everyone's covered.
It won't hurt him, right?
No.
Good.
This one is for you, and I'll hand one over to a ring and a gauntlet type. I guess a tail cuff, a tail ring. I'll call it a tail ring. A tail ring and a smaller ring for Grub, another to Calabassa, and another to Oleander. Hopefully we won't need to use these, but...
This ring, I pick it up. If I might, it looks different than the other ones. It is older and a bit more rough-hewn. Perhaps it was like one of the first ones you made. This is...
Yeah. You don't need to wear it, but you understandably, toss it at me.
I was angry. I was hurt. I gave back the gift you gave to me that said we were brothers, and I'm sorry. Being angry and hurt does not excuse something like this. That was wrong of me.
I can't blame you.
But we are and will always be brothers. So thank you for giving this back to me and trusting me to make it up to you as well.
When this is all over, I wouldn't mind more cake.
Well, you know what? I have good news for you, my friend. And I pull out the cake that Grub gave to me. And I cut it in fourths. Here. I know you loved it so much. A piece of cake for you. And I said, Cal, a piece of cake for you. Grub, for you. Before they arrive, a cake for all of us.
How long has this been with you, Ol?
I kept it safe. It's only been like 1 week.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat that. I really appreciate the
thank
gesture,
goodness.
though.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to eat it either.
I'm gonna bury my
still
snout.
Good.
and bury my snout in this to give it a big sniff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and as I take it off, I've got like icing and twigs, like all stuck in my fur. Oh no, it's still good. It's all still good. And I open my mouth and throw it in one fell bite, and then like lick around my fur, lick my paw, lick all the way around my fur to get every single like morsel off. Oh, it's just as good as I remembered it.
It's organic. Of course, it's still good.
At that moment, you hear it. The sound you've been waiting for, the sound of the wagon. And I want to pause and go through what everybody is thinking right now. We're going to start with Cal because I know Cal doesn't have a history with Jarek, but that doesn't mean Cal might be feeling some kind of way about, their old party member coming in and, is there room
maybe
for
replacing
me?
them?
Yeah. So how you feeling, Cal, when you hear this sound and you know this is the moment? What's going through your mind?
Cal feels grateful to have been included for as long as they were, and feels valued and feels really seen in a way that they don't normally let people see them because they hide for a living. And so for not just one person but multiple people to know who they are and what they do, and to not just accept them for it but value them for it, is really meaningful. And he doesn't feel sad about the fact that this is the last thing he's going to do with them. Cal just feels so grateful that they included him at all.
And on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most invested, how invested is Cal in getting Jarek back? As in 5 is put yourself in danger.
I will phrase this really specifically. Cal is invested on a scale of 1 to 5, invested at a 4, specifically for the final job that they are doing for this crew. And it could be anything. Cal doesn't specifically feel like saving Jarek in particular is the thing that's motivating them.
Yeah.
This could be any job, but because it's the last one they're gonna do together.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Cal is
okay.
Yeah.
Love that so much. Grub, what about you? When you hear those wheels, what happens?
In this moment, I'm not actually thinking about Jarek. I'm thinking about Zell. And I am hoping and praying with everything I've got that I have not made a mistake in letting my old mate back in.
Ooh. Oleander, what happens when you hear those wheels?
I cast a spell secretly that no one knows, because you can customize your spells, and I do, very quietly. I think about my oaths that I have made, that are everything. And I have made oaths. And with my father in the back, I have broken one.
Yeah.
But there are larger oaths that are more important. And if the planes, the breaking of my oath of loyalty to my father and my mother, they will echo through their planes, and I surely will have to reckon with that consequence. But I hope the pureness of my heart and the heaviness of it will matter when the time comes.
Do you think after this experience you have learned that some oaths cannot coexist? Do you think you will be hesitant to make an oath in the future, knowing that this is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the first one you've ever broken?
It is the first I've ever broken. Oaths are cosmic. Oaths are not the problem. The problem was that I was fooled. If I have a problem going future, it's not with making oaths, it is with trusting my own judgment of people. But that I will have to work on, I hope, with my friends. Because I did not see who my parents were, and I will need to learn to see these things.
Thank you. Belle, my old friend, when you hear those wheels, what do you think about?
We just moments ago were laughing amongst ourselves about the weeks-old cake. I think saying it was just a week old was a bit generous.
Well, a week since I put it in my pack. I mean, sure, it was okay, more 2 or 3 weeks, but I mean, you know.
But I think upon hearing the sound of the wheels, I very suddenly stop laughing. I stop hearing the laughter. It almost muffles out around me. And underlining the sound of these wheels against the rocks and earth of the well-traveled road, I almost hear like a almost ear-piercing whine. My heart is throbbing in my chest. I can feel how clammy every part of my body has suddenly become. I can feel every bit of movement of the air around me on my skin. I start to see almost black creeping in around my vision, and I think I don't realize it, but I think Zelamon is having a panic attack.
Yeah.
Until now, this whole heist was almost Zell slipping back into their old life of planning these kind of things, these kind of heists, these kind of break-ins, break-outs. And it isn't until they hear the wheels that it really solidifies what they're doing and who they're doing it for, and specifically who he's going to encounter if this goes right. And I don't think there's anything more terrifying than the idea of confronting Jarek.
I put my hand on Zell's shoulder. I see the breathing, and I say, "Breathe, friend." And I look at all of us and I say, in a few moments, we are going to make a trick. We're going to swap out Jarek for my father in a way that they will have no idea what happened. They will be none the wiser, but no one here is out of place. Each one of us has traveled the way to this place because each one of us has the heart, the skill, and the soul to do such a thing. Together, we can do anything, and this will happen. We will rescue Jarek, and in so doing, reunite him with Ash. And then we will go forward after this and reclaim the Rose of the Weave to save everything. This is why we have come together, and why we always should have been together. The universe says so, as does every leaf and tree and bird. Please gain a bless on your next roll, everybody. Lottie-dottie.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
That was the spell, yep.
No, it was not a spell.
Oh,
it is my
that was
ability
just your
as
ability.
a noble.
Oh, heck yeah.
As a noble, I can give an inspiring speech once per scene and grant all allies within 6 squares bless on their next roll.
Perfect. Now, what is the plan for the distraction here? What stops this cart?
Can I ask what the ground is like here?
Yeah, well, I imagine that you are on kind of a damp, grassy cliffside overlooking. I think it's a little bit barren, actually, considering where I think you are in this map. And I'm not saying just because I don't want to put it in the lore. Like, right now, this is an amorphous prison, and we don't know exactly where it is. But so I think that the terrain is actually very dark and slightly barren. So there's not a lot of tree coverage. So you have chosen a spot where you are kind of right overlooking a cliff, and then you're going to have to either jump down, or you're going to have your dragons swoop by, you grab on, you descend down, maybe by the claw of your dragon by the foot, and they drop you down. I don't know what your plan is, if you want something to distract them first and then you sneak down, but essentially you're in a little ridge that is kind of overlooking this road.
In this barren ground, is it like loose? I'm thinking about the possibility of burrowing. So
yes,
I'm trying to understand
you could absolutely
if I
burrow.
can.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The distraction idea we had was, I'd mentioned that Zell had partially cut a tree, and they're kind of pushing the rest of the tree down the ridge to block the path, essentially, so that while the guards are figuring out a way around, we can sneak around the back.
Yeah, okay. I dig that. I also think that I have another offer for you. And that is that you trust me for a second.
Always.
Okay. Which I knew you would say. But I think because of this flashback, we now know some things that will make a lot more sense when they happen. And that is a group of cows cross in front of this caravan of a couple of people, Jarek's transport, maybe a few other, okay? And we see these cows slowly crossing the field here. And then all of a sudden, there is a foom, 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 and our darling friend Fairyweather comes running out, chasing after the cows. And then the caravan stops. Oh, what's happening? Oh no, this thing is coming out here. It's gonna eat the cows. What are we gonna do? Stop! And then they're getting down and rushing down off of the cart, and they're running out. And your friend Fairyweather looks up at the ridge, and she just winks like, I ain't gonna eat the cow yet, and is running distraction for these people here, and they're rushing out and dealing with the cows. Now, I do need one of you to make a roll to see how long this lasts, and it can only be one.
I'm gonna make a roll from when I cast that spell secretly.
Yes,
just
absolutely.
So you know. That was just earlier. That's just like in the background.
Okay, I'll roll for how long this thing lasts.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
What would it be?
Ooh, I know, that's such a weird one. I think we do gods and world, maybe, or soul, gods and soul.
In that case, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't roll.
Who wants to do it? It might be Cal, to be honest, because Cal, it's Cal's friend. You know?
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to make the roll, Cal?
Yeah, those are my
Yeah.
3 worst stats.
Oh
so
no!
Yeah, same.
that's cool. Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'm
do have
sorry.
a bless though.
You do have
I
you do
do.
have a bless, and honestly, truthfully, this should be blessed as well, without using any of your things. I just came in here because it narratively made sense that you came back, maybe with not a real live cow, but you made friends with Fairy Weather, and now she's here to help you. So, and you taught her to not be afraid and live in a sewer for being in her nature. So, I think she's out here to help you for sure. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and roll with a free bless? And let's do, which one of those is your best out of all of those?
They're all ones.
Okay. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, what is your mind?
3.
Okay, let's do mind and gods. How about that?
Okay.
Yep.
And what's the difficulty?
2.
And then is the bless coming from you
Me.
as the
Yep,
GM
you don't need
or
to- yep.
troop?
Me. You don't need to use troops.
Okay.
Troops is for something else. This is like time traveling a little bit with this roll, just to see how well Fairy Weather does, really, because I don't have a Fairy Weather sheet. Oh my god! Wait a minute. That's a 5, a 6, a 4, and a 4. Isn't that a crit though? If we're blessed?
Yeah, because those
Yeah.
force counters.
Crits,
Yeah.
So only one. So
Only
you
6s.
can have more than one bless. So for every bless you have,
okay.
1 4 is a success, and it's only
Okay.
crit when it's 2 6s.
Nice.
Specifically.
Okay. Because I'm like, you rolled nothing but successes there. Okay, so this is going to last quite a while. So you're going to have the majority of this crew distracted. However, there are 3 guards down there, big ones, that are protecting Jarek as you approach. What is your plan?
I'm waiting for a go to push this log from Zell.
Yep.
I said I was gonna wait here, and I said I was gonna do it, and that's.
As we're watching, can we tell that the guards haven't moved from?
Yeah, these ones will
Jarek's-
not. These ones will not. Yep.
Okay.
Really, I just
I'll
wanted to
turn.
give a cool narrative nod to the friend you made, but ultimately you still have the guards that are here to protect Jarek.
I think seeing that the guards haven't moved, that they're still around. Oh yeah, go ahead, Em.
I think Cal would have communicated an idea to the group first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they're not gonna leave the carriage and they're not gonna leave Jarek, what if I cause a distraction from inside the carriage so you can sneak up on them unawares? Is that anything?
If you could get in, I could get under.
I can get in.
I can get under.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And maybe we just, I don't know, try to stage this like it's a robbery or something long enough to make the swap. And then they think that they stopped the robbery and we get the heck out of there. That way they keep going to the prison without thinking anything really happened.
I like that idea, and I think if that's going to be the case, we're definitely going to need the disguise rings.
We
Okay.
see them all slip their disguise rings on and get ready. The cart has slowed. A couple of the drivers and part of the caravan are up dealing with Fairy Weather and the cows. They're none the wiser that anything really suspicious is going on. It's mostly that they're kind of keeping distance between Fairy Weather, the cows, and the caravan because they don't want to be in danger.
How far away are they from the caravan?
I say, I mean, it depends on what you instructed Fairyweather to do, but I imagine that they're, far enough away that they're drawn away that they're not going to hear any commotion back by the 3 guards and Jarek. Yes.
Might they perhaps be one dragon with distance away from the caravan?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Just checking.
Okay. How do you enter the fight?
Okay, I have another question.
Yes. All the questions. It's so important. This is the most important mission. Ask away.
Actually, it's not a question. It's a thing I want to do. And I think as I yell to Grub, I say, Grub, now. And with Grub's help, I want to see if we can kick this log down and take at least one of the guards with it as we kick this tree down.
Okay. How am I going to do this? Okay, I think what we'll do is because I want this to be collaborative. Grub can obviously roll strength and roll an attack roll. So Grub, you can do that. But what are you going to do, Zell? What are you going to roll to add to that?
I don't think I have anything different or special to add to that.
You are the special part. Narratively, what are you doing?
The mind.
Yeah. It was your idea.
Mind.
Yeah.
I suppose the plan would have been picking this specific tree, kicking it down at a specific time,
and
especially knowing that Fairyweather's going to be helping us.
Angles.
Yep, I have an offer for you. I have an offer.
Yeah.
What about mind and shadow? Because you have to have those quick reflexes to know, to look, assess the situation with your mind, and then go now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like mind
Perfect.
and shadow.
All right, you both roll.
And both of you have a bless.
Yep.
Because this is your first roll.
This is it. Oh my gosh.
Well, would this be an attack roll or am I rolling a basic check?
I think you should roll your basic check.
I should roll a basic. Okay, cool.
Can you do an attack roll with those things that I gave you, or is it locked for you?
No, because you can only, technically you can.
But just go for the check.
Yeah.
And we'll go based on successes on like how well. We'll say this is difficulty 3 for reasons.
Wait.
Well.
Excuse me? You have a difficulty 3, is this correct?
Yes.
That was a
I
fail
have,
for those listening.
My help will not give you 2 more successes. This is not something I can do.
You know what would, though?
I rolled a shadow die.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you know what would, though? And you're already on it. Okay, roll that shadow die.
Come on.
Success with a slight complication. Success in combat, 1. Okay. What do you think the complication is?
I think the complication is just it doesn't. Because I think success will still mean it hits them.
Yeah.
Does this not take them out? It hits them, but they're still in.
Okay. I will accept. How about you take them out and we do half damage, so they're still in the fight. They're knocked out. They're going to lose a turn, but then when they get up, they're still in the fight. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
So you two, you go, Grub, now. And you see Grub immediately like launch his foot like full force as this log or this tree goes tumbling down. It rolls and rolls and rolls and begins to bounce and get momentum. And then all of a sudden you see one of the guards go, look out! And he steps in the way of the log to stop it from hitting the cart. And he tries to take the brunt of the log, and it hits him square in the face, and he goes flying backwards, but he does manage to successfully stop it from destroying the cart or hitting any of his friends or coworkers. But he is bleeding from his temple, and he is like knocked out or like knocked down for a minute. And you do a chunk of change, a chunk of damage to him. What do you do now?
I have some special things.
Yes.
Once per round, when you successfully complete a combat action, you may begin an unbroken sequence.
Yes. Okay, that's right. Yes.
If your next action also succeeds, example, an attack hits you or
Yep.
you inflict a condition, you may immediately perform a bonus action.
Yes.
Bonus actions are basic actions that cost 2 action points or less.
Let's start the sequence. What do you do, Grub?
How is it manageable that I could potentially get down this ridge and get there? Like, is that manageable for me to do within a turn, or is that something that I would
Yes.
need to use something
No.
for?
Rule of cool. We're just gonna have you roll and succeed. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you burrowed a hole earlier. So you kind of like, it's just not quite there yet from the ground, but you've been watching and waiting for Zell to say now so that the timing would be perfect so that you could then dart down that tunnel that you've made, go all the way through. And so we're seeing this, like, you know, we're seeing Grub immediately, like, I want to say like a dolphin dive, right? Your arms go down, your nose goes down, and you immediately are like running on all fours as you scramble down this tunnel that you've made. And you're gonna.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is almost like a slide. It's
Yes.
almost akin
Yeah.
to a diver going
Yep.
straight down. Do I need to make a check for this to see, or because it's pre?
No.
Bill, I could go
what
through.
is it that you
Okay.
want to do for the ability though when you get out?
I would like to. I would like to burrow through out onto the other side
Yeah.
of them. Once per turn, when you move through or past an enemy, roll 1d6.
This counts. This counts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're going through and past them, but you're going to come out up from under the ground and potentially disturb and hurt them. Absolutely. This counts.
Yeah, okay, on a 5 or 6, gain bless on any defense. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to. How many enemies have I come
3.
up behind?
2, because one's on the ground from the log.
Okay, I would like to sweeping strike them.
Yes! Let's
Strike
go!
all enemies in your reach with a single attack roll, dealing the same number of wounds to all.
Okay.
And this is, I do not have a bless. I've used my bless.
Well, I mean, technically, you have 1 go fish.
Let's go fish.
Yes! Okay.
Let's go fish.
Yep. Let's roll it.
And is that rolled with a bless?
Yes, absolutely. Attack. Oh no!
Point of order. Please, you first.
Immediately shadow die.
Yes, absolutely.
D12?
Yep. There's a button, I think, a macro for the shadow die.
Oh,
That
there is a
Drac made it.
beautiful
Yep.
macro.
Yep. Oh,
2
success.
successes in combat.
Yep, with
2 success,
no
yes.
positives or negatives. So this does count. Yep.
This is the reverse version of what you saw last time.
Yeah.
Instead of being elbow first, it is claw first. But I
Yeah.
start with my paws completely crossed, grabbing one by the face and the other one by the face,
Yeah.
pulling them together to do this sweeping strike with both my claws at the same time, and literally banging their heads together as I cross my paws open. And the moment that their heads collide, I shout at the top of my lungs, "Go fish!"
It's perfect. It's perfect. Now, my follow-up question, my caveat for using this hero point in this moment was, how did what you did in Go Fish give you the inspiration or the idea for this?
I think this is about what Oleander has told us.
Yeah.
I think this is part of that. This is part of that understanding that no matter how true it is that none of us know what's going on,
Yeah.
no matter how true it is that none of us really understand the rules of the game, and no matter how true it is that when friends collaborate together or when heroes collaborate together, we will somehow make it work. And I think it's that momentum, that team building from the game, but I think it's also the reassurance that it doesn't matter how much I feel and we feel like we do not know the rules of this game, we are going to make it work anyway.
I accept. That's perfect.
For
So-
damage conversion,
Yeah,
that is
I was
6 points
wondering.
of damage.
Okay, I was gonna ask
Yes.
next. Do we re-roll for damage again, or do we convert? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so for
6
Shadow
damage.
Die,
Okay.
For everyone listening, Shadow Die works differently in combat. You actually ignore the outcome part in combat, and you look at the successes it grants you, and then you
perfect. Okay.
basically treat those like successes if you would in an attack roll. So
Nice.
2
Okay.
successes would be 2 light wounds, which is 6 damage.
Perfect. And they both have it. They don't split it. So they each get 6. I will say they are a bit beefier than old dads or daddy old's security team. So they're still up and able to fight. But they do take some damage. You had a question, Kolo?
I was just going to say I should have tactical stanced at the start of this. It won't affect any of the rolls that I did. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
But
When
you
combat
can keep
begins,
going, right? Because it's
gain 1. I can't keep going because my roll was a failure. So my next roll has to
okay.
be a success
Okay.
to be able to
Okay.
keep going.
Yep.
So I can't chain this time.
Okay.
But I should have tactical stance, which is when combat begins, gain 1 grit and 1 d6 on defense checks until
Okay.
the end of your first turn.
We
so,
can say that that's done. Yep, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, absolutely. Yes, Cal.
So. Oh, okay. Okay.
Just whistle.
Cal is going to
Clever.
do a low, not piercing, but like a deep in the soul
Yes.
kind of whistle.
Like a reed whistle. Like a
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And from out of nowhere, there's like this little glint of light that they can't see, and shifting, this dragon sort of emerges from kind of like a mirage, you know, like when you were looking at, 'cause you said it's kind of like a dark and sort of like there's like kind of heat, like the sort of like a, you know, when the heat makes that thing where you can't see things, it looks a little bit like the heat waves right in the air. This mirror dragon sort of emerges completely silent except for the sounds of sort of like vague wind chimes as all of these sort of this dragon flies up. Using every dragon has a very special ability once you've connected with them to your heart, and this dragon sort of comes up and you can't even, it's like it's so silent, moves, and the light bends around the group. And if you would look to where they're at as the dragon's wings just fold over them, all you see is a reflection of the environment around you, and it looks like you're just looking at the ridge, the environment. Just, they are hidden, occluded. The only thing is that Cal, knowing Tove so well, can see a little bit of a wink and a smile to the person that she, this dragon, has spent all of their lives with.
Aww. Perfect.
Completely, by the way, hidden
Yeah.
through light.
Silent and
sound.
yep, absolutely. So we see, well, we don't see, but we know, okay? We keep the swooping dragon comes down. And who's next?
I think really quickly,
Yeah.
it's at this point actually no one would notice it except maybe Zell. Although, correct me if I'm wrong on this one. But Miranda, seeing the timing of what's happening, leaves.
And,
For reasons.
Okay.
And Oleander is back on the ridge. They're looking like a guard with his father, who looks like Jarek, waiting for the moment that it's when everyone's distracted enough that he can come in as a guard, right, to help with that swap. He's just waiting, sort of like with his father over his shoulder.
Yep.
Waiting for that moment. He's there, and he looks like what exactly, because he waited, he looks like one of these guards, and he's got his father with him. And he is waiting for when he gets the call from his friends to, return the stolen prisoner.
I think Zell, with the disguise ring on, because I saw some people asking, right now I think looks like almost like a bright pink, I think, do I just go wide with it? No, I think a bright pink Inferni. So it's still the same species, but mostly they look a lot like, what's a good? They look like almost like pink flames. As they rush towards the ridge edge and jump, tuck their arms in, and you see their wings fly out, and they spiral down to meet Grub down at the ridge below. And I think in the last second, the wings fell out to slow their fall, and I'm going to come in with a 2-foot kick to one of the guards in the chest.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. Let's see. There we go. Okay. That roll, I get a +2 because of my weapon, and because of flight, I get an additional 1. So I'm rolling 7 die. Yeah. Do I have a bless? I don't think I do.
I mean,
Already
you do have your go fish. I'm just saying.
That is true. Trying to think of how I would relate it to Go Fish. I'll relate it to Go Fish as the Rogue 2, the Rogue 2
Yeah,
footer.
the Rogue 2 punch.
Yes! As you see out of nowhere, as this guy's probably focused on Grub, out of nowhere from the side of their face, 2 feet come slamming in, or hopefully come slamming in.
Yeah. And if you succeed, it's just him shouting, Rogue 2!
Do I have anything fun to add here? Oh, yes, actually. I forgot we have action points, so we can do stuff. So as I'm flying through, you see, first you see this almost like purple flame, as I misspoke, Adafane, as I look like a pink purple Adafane. Fly in. That purple flame suddenly becomes shock white and entirely envelopes my body as I cast Smite on myself. And then and that just happens. And then I get to add 2 additional heavy wounds to this attack.
Oh,
As
what?
my foot comes in, slamming into the face of this guy, doing 36 points of damage.
Okay, listen, I know that there are people listening. Okay, so don't worry. Someone is going to describe this, but I'm taking a screenshot and I'm posting it in the Discord. I want you to read that number out loud.
It has as you see that with incredible speed, Zel's feet collide with the face, and like a thunderstorm has just started, you hear a thunderclap erupt from contact, sending the guard flying. And Zel slides to a stop and then turns to the next guard. Ready.
It has 35 HP. We cut out there a little bit, but yes,
Oh,
you did
my bad.
one
Yeah,
over.
35,
No,
sorry.
you're all good. So there's that crack of thunder. And I want to say there's even like it's smoking a bit. It's got that like purple arcane light to it as you came down and struck it the way you would strike when you're smithing. You know, you've done it with a full strike to get Jarek and absolutely just obliterate this one guard. However, the other one rises. So you have two still that remain. Do you have anything else to do? Because you've got points still. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
So just doing one thing if we're using our points.
No, you use your points.
That was, I used those 3 points. I think my next action, as I see this guard stand up, I reach down and place my hands on the ground, and I will cast Call Guardian and spend 4 MP. As you see, erupting from the ground is a hand the size of maybe 3 or 4 Zels kind of erupt out of the ground, made of this kind of purplish, bluish hand, kind of purplish, bluish magic. It seems very spectral and kind of sort of looms over Zel, almost as if ready for something or someone to come close. And that'll be 1 action point. Just making sure I'm remembering this right. We have 10 at first, right?
That's what I was checking right now. I was like, how many action points do we start
with? How many points do we have? That sounds right to me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that is correct, unless you have special stuff that gives you more or less. And I think you can turn grit. I think there's some things that allow you to turn grit into... Yeah. But so we'll start with the 10. Okay. That's crazy, by the way, that you did that much damage with your hero point from Go Fish. The dice don't lie.
Yeah, well,
the narrative is just so good, man. Yeah, it's... Okay. What else do you do? You're going in for another attack on one of the ones still standing. Yeah. I have to say, I think that one of the guards stumbles back a little bit, seeing what you have done. What's happening? And you go in to strike him. Roll.
You kind of watch the way Zel fights. It seems, I'm a big fan of this, so almost all of my characters I play fight like this, but if anyone's seen Capoeira, the kind of dance fighting. Yeah. It's very much like that, but with the added third dimension, because of his wings, he can move around in the third dimension as well, as he comes around with a almost like roundhouse kick to the side, or hopefully to the side of this guy's head.
By the way, we should have only 5 action points.
Oh, it's half?
It's half of your level, rounded up,
right,
plus 3.
Okay.
And we're level 3, so that's 4.5 rounded up to 5. So we have 5 action points apiece.
Okay. That's perfect. This is my last action point then.
Yep. Come in with the attack.
No bless. Yeah, I don't have any bless with this. No pain.
That's right, because we considered having you guys be level 5.
Yeah.
That must be where it's stuck in our brain.
And that would have given us 6 action points? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, hit this attack in.
For 24. As you watch this roundhouse kick come in, the spectral fist comes in on the other side. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, so technically a crit. I don't know if there's crits in combat, but it does count as 2 successes. But you see, basically, as I come in with the roundhouse kick, this spectral hand comes in for like almost a sucker punch from the other end, adding the additional damage to that strike. And that will be my turn, as again, this hand looms over Zel. And
Now-
grab, because I think grab is within range of me as well.
It does say that he gets to react, that when struck by a critical hit, which I think this might be because it's the 2 6s, the attacker moves 3 squares back. So he's actually going to push you back when you come in and hit him. He's got a shield, and he just kind of reaches down beside him, pulls the shield out, and uses it to push you back. You know, he's their armor. I don't think I described what they look like. I'm sorry. There's carapace of blackened steel. Okay, it's like lacquered. It's dull. It's got a sheen on it that looks like dried blood. Their helm is narrow, jawless, so that you can see kind of their face underneath. And there's a slit of iron teeth where the mouth should be. They look horrifying. Chains hang from their pauldrons. Yes.
I looked it up. A critical success in combat means you get an extra action. That's
Well, that's important. Okay,
And
so
no matter the difficulty, and also with a critical success, no matter the difficulty, this is an automatic success.
nice. Okay, now go. Make your attack, sir. I'm assuming that's what you're doing with this extra action.
I mean, if I have one more action, I will do one more attack. And I think, again, it's going to be another kick. I think it's they go for the legs this time around.
Okay.
Last thing. One.
They look really scary, by the way.
Another
they're very
24
scary.
points. Another 24 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's another crit.
Okay. What the hell? This is like narratively so awesome though, because of I know how all the pain you've been carrying from Jarek, you know, and you're just letting it all out right now. As you go to rescue him, and there's math that needs to be done here because they have armor as well. But I mean, there's no way that 24 and 24 plus the 6 from Grub's tree is not killing this guy. So how do you take this guy down? This very scary guy. How do you take the second one down?
I think as they push me back, I end up slamming into. At first, looking at this kind of spectral hand looming, you think it might be almost ghostly, like I'd pass right through it. But when I get pushed back, I bump into something solid, and the hand basically projects and propels me forward, and I think I just spear tackle the person in the gut, taking them down to the ground.
Okay. That leaves one remaining. You stand up, you spear tackle this guy to the ground. The helm kind of shifts upward a little bit so you can see a little bit of his bleeding nose and broken face as you stand up and you look just for a moment at the wagon, the armored wagon that is carrying Jarek, and you hear a click as someone is trying to get into the wagon. We're going to switch real quick to Cal. Let's make a roll.
So, Cal, for anyone curious, has a teleport ability. So, Cal just teleports directly in front of the door.
Because Cal's a veil.
And is going to attempt to pick the lock.
Yes. Okay. This is going to be very hard. This is difficulty 4.
And what are we rolling with?
Well, I think that it should probably be Shadow and either Mind. Yes. I would allow Soul, but I know that's not a good roll for you. So why don't we stick with Shadow and Mind?
Honestly, I do think Mind makes more sense for Cal.
It does, because you're on job zone. You're like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. And can you stack?
You can stack
Can I use
bless.
a hero point and a
Yes,
bless?
you absolutely can. Yep, you can stack
Okay.
bless. So that's 2.
Because I haven't used mine from Ol.
And this
yet.
is your goldfish, right? 1. Yes,
You get
let's
one from
go.
me in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so put the 2 bless on there and let's see how you do.
Okay. And you said difficulty 4?
Yes. This is it. Oh! A critical success!
Go,
I can't
as
believe
well.
you did that! Oh my god! Okay. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. We got a couple of things got to happen here. Not only is this a very cool critical success, and I'm going to let you describe exactly how awesome you are, but also please tell us how the Go Fish helped you do this.
Okay, so this is a lock that from the outside looks familiar to Cal,
Yeah.
but clearly has been special made for this prison because
Yeah.
it is so important to them that nobody breaks in or out.
Yeah.
And so as soon as Cal starts trying to pick the lock, they realize immediately that something is not right. And this is not anything that they have practiced with or previously worked with before.
Yeah.
And the way that they would normally be feeling around in a lock like this, there should be two almost like barely touching each other circles that he would be weaving through and applying pressure to. And so as he's searching for those and not finding them, it's throwing Cal off. And then Cal goes,
A split 8.
and it's 2 mirrored 3s opposite one another. And as soon as that clicks for Cal, he's able to get it in place and opens the door.
It's perfect. You open the door. Do you go in? Your goal is to open the door and let Grub come in behind you, or are you going in?
Cal is going to step up to the into the doorway, but not actually step into the caravan.
Yeah.
And just going to poke their head in and go,
You, Jarek?
And I think you see, unfortunately, a very thin fur is very dull. Eyes have deep circles, but they're wide looking at you. He is wearing a similar muzzle-like device. He is shackled by both his feet, his tail, believe it or not, and also his hands. But he looks at you for a second, eyes wide, and then nods ever so slightly.
We gotta be fast. There's not a lot of time, but I'm here with Grub
You see
and your other friends.
water welling in his eyes as he knows what you're about to say. He's been hoping for so long for this moment, and he starts crying as soon as you start listing their names, and he begins to nod. He's trying to move, but he's stuck to the carriage, like the iron thing. He's shackled to it. You're gonna have to break it.
Is there a lock to pick, or is it welded on?
It's welded. You're going to have to break it or use magic. It looks like what they do when they transport is they'll actually weld it, and then someone will take a big axe and break it.
Okay. I think in that case, is Grub behind Cal?
I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the moment that I saw that door open, I don't think I would have registered you before that because you're so quick and so little. But I think the moment I saw that door open, I would have immediately come to you.
So Cal's just gonna point and go,
Grub smash.
and then get out of the way.
Grub smash. Can I easily fit through this door? Is this a small door?
You can fit through this door. It's not a small door.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a tight squeeze, but you can get in here. Do you stop when you see Jarek? Or do you stay on mission?
I stay on mission.
Yep.
Grub
okay.
smash.
Yep. Grub smash. All right, let's go.
Grub smash.
Difficulty 4.
Sorry,
Oh,
PB.
I was going to say difficulty 4, but you had a question.
No, we can go. Will this just go on an attack check, or do you need a specific
Let's
ability
do.
here?
I would like to do an attack check just because I think that makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep.
Yep.
I I think I also have bless on this because I have relentless. When you miss an attack, gain bless on your next one.
Oh.
Can we each do something to this here?
Yes, because I love teamwork and the power of friendship.
I think, in that case, actually, if you're cool with it, I think Cal would try to do something before Grub goes in for the big smash.
Okay, what are you doing?
So I have an ability. If I teleported this turn, I get an extra die on my next attack, and I get to apply a weakened 1 on hit. So I am under no illusions of doing this myself. I really just want to weaken it to make it easier for Grub.
Okay.
So I think Cal probably like called for Grub and then turned and tried to hit it while Grub was coming in.
Okay, amazing. I actually think this reduces the difficulty by 1. Does anybody else want to add into this?
I'm focused on the guards, I think, right now.
Well, I mean, that's kind of help in itself, but yes. Oleander, you're coming down. Are you, where are you?
No,
You've got
I'm
your
in the back.
dad? Okay, yep. I was going to say, are
well,
you
no, actually, I
preparing
don't,
to...
because Grub has...
Okay,
No, because Grub has...
right, okay.
Grub has my dad.
Grub has Daddy Ole. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
all right.
Daddy O.
Yep. Okay, we're reducing that difficulty to 3.
I don't think it let me put a difficulty in.
Oh, but that's okay.
Yeah,
because it's not,
it's
an attack check.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Okay, but you do 3 damage, so that's perfect.
Okay.
So let's say...
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How is damage calculated?
3
It's
is
the
a light
number of
wound.
successes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number of
The
successes
number of
equals how many
successes.
light wounds.
Yep. And then each light wound is
And then
3.
3 damage, yeah.
Yep.
So that is only 1 success, is that correct?
Well, no, because it's
Yes.
a bless, right? So the 4
So
should
it only
count.
be 1 because it only picks 1.
Yep.
So if you have 2 blesses, it's 2 fours.
Yep.
If you have 3 blesses, it's 3 fours. It's how
They
many blesses
stack.
you have.
Yeah.
That's how
So
many
only one of those
fours.
counted
Right,
as
I
a
see.
success. However, you
Yeah.
could
Okay,
do a shadow
okay.
die to get more success if you want. I'm just saying.
I didn't make my attack roll for hitting it.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's
You're right.
Why don't you roll?
Okay.
And for those of you listening, I had 4 dice and I rolled 2 1s.
Yep. 2 1s and 2
And I will
4s.
note that 2 1s, whenever you get 2 1s in a die, no matter whether you succeed or fail, it means there's some complication, some kind of exciting complication.
Okay.
Because no critical fails, only complications.
I'm not sure exactly which one makes more sense here. Because it does say that I can use my short bow at close range.
Ah.
Ooh, okay.
Can I?
Sure, why not?
Okay. If
I'm gonna
not, I have a secondary weapon, but
Well, I'm just imagining like a bow and arrow on this weird magical iron, but it's magic. So let's try it. Let's see what happens.
okay.
I mean, you could have enchanted arrows for all I know. From a very handy alchemical friend you have here.
I sure
I'll be
would
so
like
honest.
that.
I'm pretty sure the arrows. I'm pretty sure Cal probably stole the arrows at some point.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
just keep them.
They're like really nice arrows.
I just have them.
Okay. I do like
All
that.
right, go for it.
Okay. And what's the difficulty for this one?
It was 4. So if you succeed, you're knocking the difficulty down to 3. So let's say it's 3 for you too, because you're doing teamwork. The power of friendship. Oh, but there's no difficulty because it's an attack check. Well, you can both roll some shadow die.
Yep.
Okay. That's 1d12 from each of ya. Hit that shadow die button.
It's a 4 from me.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't press the shadow die button. I
That's
apologize.
okay. Action fails, but a
That's
benefit
okay, 'cause
arises. Oh my
I
god,
rolled the
you
exact same
both
thing.
rolled the exact same thing. I know exactly what happens. You hear in the distance a familiar roar, a tremble in the sky, And then it gets closer, and you hear the of the wings, and then again above you, and time begins to slow down as Ash uses his ability now that he's in close range with his bond, and it is to slow time just enough to give you an advantage. So everything halts for you. Around you, the sounds stop. The battle stops. And it is just the two of you in here and Jarek that are able to move. If you were to look behind you, you would see Zell, like in the middle of a combat move, frozen. Now, how do you two use this to your advantage?
I feel like Grub would try again.
Yep.
That's the instinct.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the best move.
Well,
but
no, we'll try it again. Normally,
I think Grub Smash.
yeah, I think Grub Smash would be good. Do you know if your teleport ability allows you to grab somebody else? Just out of curiosity. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Grub Smash. Let's try it again.
And we get another bless because I failed to roll again.
Yeah. I would argue you're blessed because of the dragon as well. So stack 2 blesses on there.
Okay.
Difficulty 3.
This is I don't think I can add a difficulty on this one.
Oh, sorry.
'Cause it's an attack
Yep,
roll.
it's an attack roll. My bad. There we go.
Did we do
9
it?
total
Okay.
damage. Yeah. And
Yep.
I think that you should roll again, Cal, as well. You both get a second attempt here as Ash came in to
Okay.
help. Just get that extra damage to see if we can get
And
more
I
things off
do-
Jarek. Yep.
Because I have Dirty Fighting, if I hit the target,
Yep.
since it has already taken damage this round, I will deal an additional wound.
Yes, let's go. And it's additional light wound, right? So an additional 3?
It just says deal 1 wound.
Okay. We'll
So
say
I-
that
If
that's
it's
light.
wound,
Yep.
it's light wound.
Yep. Light
Yeah.
wound it is.
Okay.
I have in broken sequence as well.
Yes. Well, you really only need 3 more damage. When I wrote it down,
Okay.
I was like, this is probably about how much damage it would have if they try to break it.
I mean, if you can go again, though, go for it.
I like the idea of us doing it at the same time
Yep.
and like working
Teamwork.
together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You got this. I believe in you.
And did you say we have a bless?
You have 2. One from Ash, who circles above you, and another from Grub.
And then I'm going to add the bonus light wound because
Mm-hmm.
we can do that.
Yes, the same amount. And as you break these shackles, and Grub tenderly but quickly and firmly lifts Jarek with both arms, how's the swapping happening? Is
I think
then
Rob
Cal?
brought in Jarek, I believe.
Yeah, but
right?
that's what I mean. Yeah,
Grub-
like Grub
yeah,
brought in
yeah,
your
yeah.
dad. So is now Cal
I think
kind of positioning him to be shackled again?
I think my focus at the moment is getting Jarek out.
So
I think
you-
Grub
okay.
at this point has potentially lost sight of the switch
Yep.
and is now
Okay.
the task is done.
Get
Grub
Jarek
Smash
out.
done.
Okay.
Jarek now single-minded. Jarek is
Yeah.
we get Jarek out.
Cal, are you then doing the switch? You kind of just positioning him there so that he looks like he's there?
Yes.
Okay. Then you hear one more roar of Ash above you as time begins to speed back up and the shackles reform on top, shackling old dad in his place.
And I think accompanying the roar of Ash, you hear almost a harmonic whistle of Myranda, as that's exactly who Myranda had left to call.
Yeah! Oh, full body chills. Okay. Now you have Jarek. Grub, where are you going? Are you running down the burrow tunnel? Cal is not far behind you.
Yep,
Okay.
we are going under the burrow tunnel. I think I get to the entrance of the burrow, and I look around for Cal. I suddenly realize like I've left my friends in it.
Yeah.
I've forgotten where I had, and I look and try
Cal
and figure
is
out where
right
Cal
behind
is.
you. Actually, Zell and Oleander are still frozen. And it's not until you kind of hear that roar above you that things start to feel weird again in your stomach and everything's flipping. And then all of a sudden they start moving again and you hear "Phoomp," as Zell lands another punch and they're in combat and they're fighting. And then you see Cal scramble down and you're there both in the burrow tunnel. If you're going to bail, now's the time to do it.
I would like to gesture to Cal to get in front and go first in the burrow. You first, little one.
I don't think Cal would have gotten in without relocking the lock first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, you gotta cover your tracks.
Yep, absolutely.
So Cal's gonna kind of make a motion really quickly while doing that, and then it's just like, and teeny tiny like scampering of paws, and is going to go in front, like Grub said.
I think I missed as well that this lock is what Grub used to grub smash on the welding chain, like picking up this huge, so that there may be like a few dents in it. Maybe it's a little maybe it looks all different. But I think I like watch you put this back together with like the kind of look that you would see a parent greet their child with when they were picking them up after their first day of school. And then I wait for you to go down and I shout across this battlefield, "Friends!" and wait for them and see. I think I'm not sure in this moment if they are still stuck in time. Like this feels weird. I wait for them to respond.
Yeah, they're definitely able to respond now. But although it's weird, Zell, you're very aware of your surroundings at all times. And it's like, you know, they teleported and then are back. And then I don't think you know if it's Jarek or the disguise right now. I think it's a little confusing. But you do hear Grub shout, "Friends!"
And Jarek is over my right shoulder as I shout this.
I think as I turn to see Jarek and state he's in, I definitely hesitate and stagger, not from a blow taken, but from seeing how he looks now.
He raises both of his shackled hands at you, palms outstretched. And then he puts his hands together. Say thank you.
My arm just dropped to my side, I think, at this. And I think exactly the exact same moment for the viewers to see, more than anything. You see the illusion over Oleander's father. That was a Jarek that Zell remembered. And as they've seen Jarek now, you see almost like you're looking at an image update. You see it go fuzzy and then adjust and then become focused again to match how Jarek looks now. And I will turn back to the guard and over my shoulder, retreat. And I'm going to keep the guard on me to give the others time to run.
Cal is going to take off the ring that Zell gave them and put it onto Jarek.
Wow. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Difficulty 3.
Okay. Does this count as natural or urban terrain?
Natural terrain.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Go.
Let's go. A critical success. Holy cow. And then we have Oleander coming in with a spell immediately after that, which is also a success. No,
it's
don't say
subtle.
anything.
Nobody can see it.
Okay, nobody can see it. Okay, never mind. We don't see anything.
It's just personally.
Okay.
It's just in case. He's like, and I spent my last 2 action points to move up closer to the caravan, but I'm still like not particularly visible. I'm just there for support, just in case.
Okay. All right. And we see... Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I see Cal put this ring on Jarek, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to take mine off and put it on Cal.
I think I'm going to give Cal a moment to stop you because Cal is way better at hiding than you are.
Yeah,
and I
I'm not subtle
recognize
about
that.
this.
Yeah, I recognize that you're panicking, and you, like, I feel like this is coming from a place of, oh, I can't lose you instead of him, you know.
And also guilt because I didn't think of that.
Yeah, and you're rushing to take the ring off. Cal, do you stop Grub from doing that? You are able to, with this critical success, I feel like you can shove both of you down that hole if you want, down the burrow hole, or you can, or you can ride your dragon. Can't you ride your dragon out? With the dragon shielding you and making you invisible, essentially? Oh my god, my own little dragon's here.
I think that Cal would... I think Cal would not, like, push Grub away or anything, but would, like, sweep back in a very fluid motion.
Yeah, like, I got this.
Yeah, exactly. And is just gonna say,
"You're not losing anyone, Grub."
And is gonna turn and, like, as quickly as possible, just keep moving and whistle for Tovi while they're moving.
Toby, just like, you couldn't even see where Toby was. Just, it's all like tricks of light. And then I would say Cal's gone. It's a fluid moment. Just like Cal knows when to jump on, right? And it's just like, it's like a shadow just crosses by, is out.
I smile as I realize that Cal has just disappeared from in front of me, and have a moment of realization that they knew better than me in this moment. So I kind of swallow my pride a little bit, and I look for Oleander before I get in this tunnel.
Not in the area.
Immediate panic over my face.
But he hasn't been in the area. He's been up on the ridge as like Overwatch just in case.
Yep.
So still in the same place. So would I be able to still? No, would I be able to see you from there?
He was hiding.
Okay.
Because he was hiding. Yep.
But you know he's supposed to be there, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's not moved. There's no, like, I don't need to panic that I can't see him. That's expected.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's time to bring Zell down this tunnel. Zell, get over here.
I'm still facing the guards and just say, you know I'm not a tunnel guy. I'll take the skies. You just get down there.
Go now. I don't have time for this self-sacrificing nonsense. Get in the sky.
I think
now.
Zell almost snaps around to you and almost yells in anger, but not at you. I think at himself as he says, I'm not sacrificing myself before I'm able to tell Jarek sorry. I'll run.
I believe him instantly.
Yeah.
I'm down that tunnel.
All right.
With Jarek over my shoulder.
Zell, it's you and me, buddy. One guard left. I'm coming in with an attack. You must defend.
Yes. Okay. Okay. The defense is my body plus. Is this a magical attack or a physical? Okay.
It's an ability called Crush.
Perfect. Okay. So because I am flying, I get an additional 1d60 physical defense.
Okay.
My armor, of course, gives me a +2. So that is 3, 4, 2, 6. Okay. Then, because of my guardian who is looming over me, I get an additional +1.
Okay.
So I'm rolling 7 die. Okay, yeah. I have no bless. Oh, yeah, what's the incoming damage?
No, you have to roll your defense. That's right? That's the...
Yep.
The way I did the macro is that you tell me the damage,
Right,
and
okay.
it automatically tell you how much damage it is light wound or...
16.
Okay. Incoming damage 16, damage blocked 28 points of damage. As I raise a hand up, arms up, and block this crushing blow with ease.
Okay, what do we see? What does it look like? As this shield, this guy's coming down with the shield. He's trying to bash you with the shield and knock you down to the ground. What do you do?
I think I raise my hands up, crossing them over to block my face and my chest of vital areas. And as I do, you see the spectral hand that gave me the additional die, come down and almost cup my body in its spectral grasp. And so when this shield comes down, it is significantly slowed by the spectral hand, and then whatever's left, I stop with my bare arms for pushing it back.
And then you hear wings, I think. Are you gonna leave?
Yes, I think the moment I see them deliver this blow, I take the opportunity as they have to recollect themselves, because they put a lot of force behind this to recollect themselves.
Yeah.
I practically leap over their shoulders and my wings spread out behind me as I soar upwards, and fully expects Miranda to meet me halfway.
Absolutely. And I think Miranda's not the only dragon up there, right? I think you all have taken to the skies and you're ready to go, right?
I have not.
Okay, Oleander has not. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Since once he leaves, then I sneak back away. So once he's left close range, I sneak back away and back around. I was just on the other side of the caravan, but once he's gone, I don't have to trigger any of my stuff, and so I sneak back out and then all the way around so that I can again get my dragon and go.
Okay.
I, on my dragon, Leah, am with Drax, dragon Miranda, who grew up together, immediately swooping in as I realize as soon as I get to the top, I have left a friend behind, and immediately go to swoop in.
And I think there's this moment where we see your dragon coming down, your eyes wide, scared. What have I done? I've done it again. And then you see Zell immediately crest up to meet you on his dragon. And he has, can I say you have a wicked grin on your face, Zell? You did it.
Yeah. I think it's the kind of, I think they're borderline hysterical.
Yeah.
I think.
Like, holy shit, we did it.
I think that's very much shared with Grub. Like, incoherent noise.
We need to get Oleander and get out of here.
Oh, where's all? Can we see you from here?
Yeah, he's snuck back to where he was supposed to be, just hanging out, just not doing much, just waiting until you give the signal. Right way back on the other end of the ridge.
I would like to fly to Oleander.
Yep. So we see these dragons coming down to grab or like to meet you, Oleander.
He goes, it's time to go. And he goes, ah, and he calls out for his dragon to come and pick him up.
Ah! I would also like to say, how is Jarek on Ash?
Draped over in front of me and strapped to me with the strap that I've torn off my bag, strapped to me.
He wants him. Ash will want to be with Jarek. So like she'll fly up. Do you? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And I think
like I'm not trying to stop Jarek and Ash from being together.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just not losing a friend again.
Yes, of course. So I think then we'll see Ash kind of like nuzzle or move forward to kind of like with the full face and kind of grab, maybe even actually like bite. Kind of like bite gently and pick him up like a mother cat does with a kitten and put him on. And as soon as he touches the dragon Ash, the shackles will shatter. And he is free. And he just grabs on to Ash and is fully sobbing.
Let's go.
Oleander, gets on Amatista and goes first because Oleander knows that none of you are going to leave. Like, you all want to leave last, so he goes first. And it, for all intents and purposes, it seems like he did nothing the entire time. He was just hanging out way outside of the battle, doing nothing at all. And he gets on Amatista, and he flies off first because he knows y'all were going to stay last. So, he gets on there and he goes. Just like Oleander, hanging out, not doing nothing.
Just in case anyone should be around to hear anything in particular, we'll see at the cabin. And I'm gonna shout over to Zell. You think Cal heard that, or?
Yeah, I heard it.
All right, we'll see you there.
And Tovi has just come up right behind you. Just as stealthy as Cal. So unless you had been looking for it, you wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
And I think these dragons, as they're flying, I think we see a moment where they take their old formation, but then change it and adjust and make space for this new dragon in the group as they fly away. Y'all did it. Oh, fish. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. This has been an absolute delight. We want to thank Cross Paths for sponsoring the show, for making it happen, for creating the world that we played in. And we want to thank you for being here and playing with us. We want to thank our players for creating these wonderful characters and this story. Like, how? I can't. I'm overwhelmed. So if you have a moment, please take some time to go follow all of these amazing players. This is our Dreamer crew, man, and they're a Dreamer crew for a reason. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time for the next great adventure. Oh, I see that we have a giveaway going right now. Oh, let me pause the raid. Oh my God. Please type !enter in the chat for a chance to get, what is it? Oh, it's the Dreamers Daring to be Heroes tee. Oh my gosh. Do it. Type !enter. Thank you so much, Debiro, for doing that. You don't need to do anything special. Yes, me too. All right, do it. And then the raid will commence. Who won? Did it go through? Can I raid? We're gonna go raid Booster Greg. He's on our Sunday show. He's like never missed an episode, and we never get to raid him because we're never live this late. It hasn't gone through yet. Okay. Well, I'm waiting. We're waiting together. How much time does it have left? Okay. I'm gonna unmute your Troop so you can say hi if you want. It's Troop and I hanging out right now.
Hello.
Hello?
There's nobody out there hanging out with us right now, is there? Amazing people.
Amazing people just hanging out. It felt weird having only me unmuted and you not.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm here.
Pedlins! Congratulations! Congrats! So Pedlins, all you have to do is click that link right there that says merch.tablestory.tv/redeem. And fill out your info and then enjoy your t-shirt.
And it's really nice.
Yes, it is so nice. Thank you again so much, Debiru, for that. All right, now we're going to take you out for real this time.